we'll go into the first question, and this is a little bit of a change. I did message you beforehand the other day, and we're gonna start asking you to introduce yourself to people who either A, may not know you, or B, may not know much about you, and in any way you want. Who are you and what do you do?
So, I'm technical. I've been playing GD well over 10 years now. I got the game in 2014. I was formerly the #1 ranked player on the Pointer Crate Stats Viewer from 2019 to about mid 2020. Since then, I've kind of been in and out of activity with the game, but I've recently come back for a while and just been having a lot of fun. I also play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart World. I've set a grand total of over 300 world records in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and almost 70 in Mario Kart World.
Damn. I don't even know what to say that.
Yeah, I
That's
tell people
insane.
like I tell people that and they're all like, "Wait, how's that even possible?" But I couldn't even tell you the answer either. Like I don't know how I've done that.
Oh my
So
god. Are you like top player status in the Mario Kart community?
as far as time trials go, yeah.
Oh my god.
I
That
think I think I'm like I'd say number like 4 or 5 ranked in 200cc for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and
hot
then for Mario
damn.
Kart World, it's a lot lower, but that's because I put all my focus into one track, Rainbow Road. So
Yeah, you have that in your bio. You love Rainbow Road, don't
yeah,
you?
it's the best. It's freaking awesome, dude.
It's a cool looking map. It's eye candy. This is what I've always called
Oh
it.
yeah,
it
it's the best.
it's very
It's
pretty.
just the way they were able to make that in Mario Kart World is awesome.
Yeah, I always tell people if they ask me my favorite color, I go rainbow because I think this is how I feel. It's not because I'm gay. No. It's because I don't think when one color is missing out, when you see the rest with each other, it never feels right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And when they're all with each other, it is so pretty.
It feels like its own color, so like I don't blame
Yeah,
you for saying that.
yeah, it is very pretty. And next question, we asked this at the. This kind of became a tradition, but now it'll be the second question from now on. Are you mentally healthy?
Uh, I've been better, I think. I won't say no, but I've been better, I think. There's just a lot of. I'm just in a very weird stage of my life, and I'm sure it will improve, like, relatively soon. I actually, funnily enough, have my first job interview for my field
Ooh.
in a couple of days, so the answer to this will be a lot more concrete in about 2 days. That I'm just in a very weird stage of my life right now. So I won't say yes, but I won't say no. I'm kind of like in this weird middle area right now.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I got. So I was on the, like, your guys' end the other day. I got interviewed by someone named Vinny, who's in the GD
Mhm.
community, and they asked me that question. I'm just like, no. But that's just because, like, I'm fine with being honest. My
Yeah.
life isn't great, but I have mountains upon mountains of appreciation, and same like with what you said. Like, a year ago, my life was at a downward spiral, and nowadays I'm more like stable. So I kind of think, like, September 2026, maybe I'll be a lot better.
Yeah, hopefully for your sake. Because I understand how that feels completely. Like I've definitely had pretty bad periods of time before, but like it does get better. I mean, I've
Yeah.
clearly like I'm better now than I was like 3 years ago, for example. So.
Oh, same, without a doubt. And I'll rip another band-aid.
Hmm.
Was it a custom URL?
Oh, Boy. No, it was not. It was not custom. And boy. That whole situation. I don't know if you have any more questions about it later, but I could just answer them all right now if you want me to.
You can go into it however you want. That was the only question I had because I already know, like, obviously it was just luck. It just happened. Obviously there was drama because people being people on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I have lots to say about that. So not a custom URL. Shocker, I know. But no, so I had already gone through the whole, I accidentally speed hacked part of the ending because that's just what I did in my practice. So I was already like stressing about that. Ended up rebeating the level the same night, which I don't know how the hell I did that. So it was great. And then the next day, I uploaded the video. I was just trying to get it out because I had a conducting lesson within like an hour and a half of me uploading the video.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get it out. Pushed the video, pinged the gang public server with it. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even see it at all. Published it. It wasn't until I checked the main chat in that server that someone was like, what is that word in the URL? I was like, okay, wait, what is the word in the URL? I go to check. I'm like, oh, there's no way. I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, dude. So I was like, wait, what do I do? I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't want this. Like, this is gonna go viral no matter what.
Yeah. So
I don't want this associated with what was in my eyes my hardest at the time. If it was some random video, I would have just been like, okay, whatever, just leave it and let people laugh at it. I don't think it's that funny, but like, whatever. I think my biggest mistake was not re-uploading the video, because I think I would have done that 100% of the time, at least with that video. My biggest mistake was posting it on Twitter. Because then it went viral and mainstream, and you had all the people who knew nothing about GD being like, dude, you're stupid. You're a coward. I hate you. You're soft. That kind of shit. And that was a little frustrating to read. But it was, looking back, it is very funny looking back. Like, we're a year and a half removed from it almost, which is kind of insane to think about. But it's very funny looking back. It was just the amount of people who knew nothing about GD and why I made the decision that I did, that were just like literally like giving me personal insults. And I still get YouTube comments about it on the video, but like they don't really affect me anymore. Like, it's been a long enough time. But it's the people that knew nothing about the game that were like trying to tell me how terrible I was for doing that. And a message to those people: the video does still exist. It is unlisted. The link still does exist. I did not delete it. It's still there. You can access it if you really want to. For some, I don't know.
You have to type it. You have to type out the URL.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spoiler alert.
If you want it, you can type it.
Spoiler alert. I have been on the video. Should I comment on? I should comment on Secret Way on it.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
that'd be
what's
kind of
up?
funny. I'd give the comment a heart. I haven't even looked at the comments of that specific video, like, ever, like, not once.
I think I saw a GD Shorts creator comment on it. I don't remember who though.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I haven't even looked at the comments on that specific video, like, at all. Like, I don't even want to read them. I'm sure they're...
What is this woke sissy liberal deleting this video for?
Exactly. Like, that's like what half of them feel like. That's what it feels like half of them say. It's just it's low-key a little disheartening, but like, I don't really care that much anymore. Like,
I mean, maybe it'll rub off on this video, and maybe we'll get some funny link.
Hopefully it's a word that's actually funny and not that, you know.
Like boob. I saw one with boob the other day. It was funny.
That we're looking out for that.
Or like those thumbnails on Twitter of the like bloodbath and boobawamba, but the O's are like anime boobs.
Yeah. Let's do that. Like that'd be great. I would have left that in.
I made one of those on Twitter recently with Poo Cubed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to send that. You have to send that to me when we're all done. Right now. I'm curious.
It's for why?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no, we it's this little like friend group I have that we're trying to make like GD content. Like they just invited me because I was just in the server and I was like, you know what, why not? They called it Gang of all things and I'm like, it could have been a better name. Like not even the gang, it was just Gang. And,
Just Gang.
Yeah. And we were making thumbnails and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make an anime titty GD thumbnail. and first thing I saw was Poo Cubed and I'm like, ooh, that would be good.
I mean, it works. I think it fits pretty well.
It does. And speaking of the gang, I should have prefaced before, you can abstain from answering any of these. But one of them,
I can't imagine there's much I won't answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'd answer pretty much mostly everything.
Yeah, everyone says that, and they all do. But this one, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if you still talk to all the gang. You probably do. I mean, you guys are actual friends outside of GD, right? Like the whole gang.
Mm-hmm.
Rank the gang members.
Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's backtrack. Rank them how?
On how much you like them. But there's also another question that is, what is your brutally honest opinion on the gang? You can start with that first.
I'll answer that one and that one only.
Okay,
I don't feel comfortable ranking them based on how much I like them because I love them all. They're all amazing people. My brutally honest opinion on the gang. I will answer this actually. First off, I want to say I don't regret making our little friendship group public at all. Like, I don't regret that at all. Like, I don't regret making it like this whole thing. I do slightly wish because like I feel like the person that made it the most public was me.
Yeah.
Because like back then I was far and away the biggest of the four. Nowadays that's not true at all, but like, you know, back then, like, you know, we were all known, but it was because it was under the gang name. Yeah. And I kind of do regret how much I made it public, you know. We were all, you know, relatively young, and I feel like I made it almost too public so that, like, if there was a possibility of, like, you know, our group kind of going inactive within each other, which did end up happening, of course, it would kind of not I don't want to say not received the right way online, but if like we went inactive with each other, like then a lot of people would just start coming to all four of us and be like, dude, why don't you guys hang out anymore? Why don't you guys hang out anymore? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I kind of didn't like, thankfully that didn't happen, but like I think that could have, to be honest. And I kind of realized that when like it was like 2021, I sent out that twit longer about like how, hey, we're gonna officially, you know, disband the gang as, you know, a public thing. But like we still exist, like the gang public server still exists to this day. But making it like this whole public thing was like not really, you know, I guess not my best judgment, I would say. I think it's just because we hung out for so often on stream, like the four of us, that like it almost was kind of inevitable that this was going to happen. But on the gang itself, like that was a lot about just, you know, how we handled our publicity, I guess.
Yeah.
But on the group itself, I mean, my brutally honest opinion isn't really that brutal. I think we all meshed so well together, and we had a lot of fun together, and you know, the group itself was great. I don't really have many other things to say other than that.
Yeah, I always said, so you know TCD, right?
Yeah.
That came out, and I saw a lot of people comparing it, and I was like, Like initially I was like, the gang was just it seemed more like friends just naturally being friends on the internet. Like there was
Mhm.
no push to do content together. It just happened. And with TCD, what I know now about TCD, like I see how it's just kind of a friend group that's deciding to make content with each other. And
Yeah.
with the gang, it was what how I perceived it was like it was just you and Npesta making content and Golden and Gizbro just kind of being there because it was nothing about doing YouTube together. It was just you all being friends.
Yeah, we just happened to like, we just happened to be in the call all the time.
Yeah.
Well, not all the time, but like a lot of the time to a point where it was just like, we were just hanging out. And even off stream, like if we weren't on stream or doing anything else, boom, there's a call between the four of us and maybe some other people. So,
Yeah. And I don't have more questions about the gang, so you don't have to worry. there were a lot, and I was like, I feel like I asked enough with Npesta, so I feel like I could like ask just Tech how he feels about it as a whole.
yeah.
So, and you uploaded a Extreme Demon Spreadsheet thingy that
Yes.
I found very interesting because I obviously am trying to beat Zodiac and you're the verifier of Zodiac, which is crazy. And I wanted to I assume so you said that you would upload a video updating it like every year or 6 months and you haven't determined. I'm going to take a shot in the dark that you plan on uploading the next one in January.
Yes, that is correct.
So it's going to be a yearly thing.
Yeah.
All right.
My plan for this one was a little interesting. So like I was still like once June rolled around, like I still didn't know if I was doing them every half year, every year. I kind of made it like a very quick goal for myself. I was like, if I reach 40 extremes on the year by the end of June, I'll make a halfway through the year update. Didn't happen, so it's a yearly thing now.
And since you started it, off the top of your head, what is the biggest change you've made to it? Like, if you had like an old opinion, and like, what is the biggest change on a certain level?
Like to the rankings, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So in terms of like just raw score, I think the one that changed the most, I think when I started the first video, I think I had I don't remember exactly, but I think I had broken signal as, a certain subset of scores. I think it was like I gave it like a 7 in gameplay, maybe like I want to say I I gave it some really low score. I was really harsh. It was like some like 5 or a 4.5 or something like that in
Yeah.
decoration. I think I upped the gameplay by 1 and the deco by 2, and it jumped like a quarter of the sheet almost. I think that's the biggest one, like in terms of just raw score.
Ah.
Um, but there was another change I made not too long ago that will be shown in the next video.
Ooh.
I think I bumped Verdant Landscape's decoration score down, which took it out of the
Oh.
top 3.
Oh.
And now it's like number 8 or something like that. So I think people are going to be very interested in that one when that shows up. If they haven't been like keeping updated with the sheet, because I update it, it's public. Like anyone can go and see any changes I've made at any time.
Yeah.
But the people that haven't been watching and just kind of go based off of the videos, that's going to pop up and they're going to be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I saw a lot of questions asking about all that, and I'm like, I try my hardest to avoid asking them because, like everyone, you guys can go to his channel. He has that spreadsheet of his top 10 hardest, his favorite extreme demons that he's beaten, his least favorite. He has categories of them. Like, I read a lot of it. The one I agree with a lot is Solar Flare. I love Solar Flare. I haven't beaten it, and I really want to beat it. It is very
It's such a good level, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, I did the drop, the first 2. You know how it's like sectioned into big wave, mini, big wave,
Yeah.
mini, big wave. I did the big wave, mini, big wave and then died at the
Oh,
second mini, I think.
that's like legitimately the hardest part of it, though. Like, what? That's so
Yeah,
good.
and it was so fun. It is such a fun level.
Yeah, it's great. I was really surprised. Like, I was really looking forward to playing it, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's nice how it's like the funniest part about it, the decoration and the block design, like off first glance for me at least, it looked like it blended in too well, but like it is a very citable, like sight readable level,
Yeah.
like a lot more than it seems.
Yeah, like I think my biggest issue with the level overall was indeed like, it wasn't 100% clear just by looking at it, like, okay,
Yeah,
what's the pathing through this part? But when you're actually playing it and learning it, it's not that ridiculous, to be honest. Like, it's pretty intuitive and it makes sense, and it's not hard to see if you've just played the part like once or twice.
yeah. You were actually the reason I started trying to play it. So I have a since 2019, since you or no, I think it was since Xander admitted to hacking Zodiac. I've been trying to go for Zodiac. Haven't beaten it since because I'm washed, and I push it away too much.
Nah, you got this.
And there
It's
were
time.
thank you. And there are things that I do in the middle, like what I said, the run on Solar Flare, and then I also did, I think it's 60 to like 90, like 3 or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Like I have these levels in run, and then I said it a couple times on like streams and other interviews, like tidal wave 23 to 38. Like pretty sure that's the hardest part. Like I'm big wave carried, so I can do these parts a lot easier than the rest. And the whole reason why I did Solar Flare was because of the song Solar Wind and watching you play it on stream. When I saw your click pattern of the level, I'm like, wait, this like syncs. This is like unsynced sync gameplay.
It's kind of nice, yeah.
It is really cool to watch and listen, and the feeling of playing it is amazing.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. It's a lot of fun. Normally I get on levels all the time for being like, like, okay, it feels like they're trying to sync, but they don't. This is like one of the only exceptions where I just like I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of nice actually.
yeah, and Npesta said it. Solar Flare's beginning is impossible, but I
It's so
think
hard for no reason. Like,
that
that's my
ship,
other issue with it.
the freaking ship. Oh,
It's too hard. I don't know why it's that hard. But like,
it's like do you know that ship challenge that's like basically every input is like a hold frame perfect?
I don't actually. I don't know.
It got verified recently. That's like what it felt like. It was literally just like it didn't feel like straight flying to me. It felt like just click at the right moment and hope that you just go.
Yeah.
And then
No, I did not like the fact that that ship was as hard as it felt. And I'm saying this as someone who's actually pretty good at ship.
yeah.
Freaking Twitter loves to talk about that. Um, I thought it was too hard for like, a part that was before the wave. I don't know, but it gets relatively consistent.
Yeah, and I'm bad at ship. Which sucks. It sucks that I hate being so wave carried. It's such an outlier to me, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
Well, at the very least, it's probably the most skill based game mode, so you have that at least. It's
That is
probably it's a
true.
good one to be carried at though.
That is
It just
true.
yeah.
Except when my favorite is robot.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
no, maybe
robot.
not then.
But and of course I've brought up Zodiac a couple times now because it's the elephant in the room,
Of course.
and I got this question a lot. What was going through your head when you figured out you were not only the first victor, but the verifier of what was the hardest level in the game at the time, being Zodiac?
So I'll just tell you exactly how it happened. So I woke up. I was a sophomore in high school. I was, however old I was, 16, I think. Yeah, 16. It's close to the end of the school year, but school's still in session. Woke up probably 6:45 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, as I would for a high school day, which I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. I woke up, opened my phone as I do. First thing I saw was my notifications exploded with like, dude, look at this, look at this, look at this. Saw Xander's post. I hacked Zodiac. I don't even know. That moment, like that was probably the most awake I've ever been in my life at 6:45 in the morning. Like I shot out of bed and I was like, dude, what the hell happened while I was asleep? I didn't really know, and I had to go to school and spend the whole day at school with this in my mind. And it was just insane, like just all this stuff going through my head. I don't even think it really hit me until midway through the day. I was like, wow, I'm like the, you know, I verified that technically. I mean, I don't call myself the verifier because I, didn't go through that whole process, but like I verified it. Like just in my head, I was like, this is the hardest level in the game. I verified that. Like what? So it was kind of a surreal thing, especially because I just had to go to school that day, like right after this was revealed. So
yeah,
it was kind of insane, to be honest.
Yeah, I honestly, when that happened, I'm like, wow, this is like a once in a lifetime thingy, and then it happens to Doggy.
Mm-hmm. Very identical scenario, except I think that was even worse, to be honest, because Xander, it was one level.
Yeah.
Space is this whole thing.
Oh God, we don't talk about space. I will say, bro, oh my God, this space interview went mad. We got, dude, Poltergeist. Do you know Poltergeist?
Yes.
I don't know if they were joking, but they were like venting on Twitter about how space didn't mention them for like most affected player by space because space said it was Crisis. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that they're like basically rage baiting, but like it was still like really funny.
I would hope so, because I don't really like. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge about what happened during this. I mean, okay, to be fair, this was definitely like his reign. Yeah. Was my most inactive time in the community by far. Like that whole stretch of time, I was nowhere. But still, I feel like I have enough knowledge to say, like, I think there are certain players that were very much affected. I mean, I don't like calling people out, but that I don't think he is one. I'm sorry. That just feels, I don't know.
Yeah, the names that come to mind, I would say Nswish if he still played, but he quit. But RG, Crisis, Doggy. Those are the three that come to mind first.
Yeah. I feel like Doggy was still able to, make a name for himself regardless.
Oh, true.
I feel like, I think I would say even, like, just because he was able to, put himself in the position he's in now, I think RG and Crisis are, like, the very, very obvious two that you could point to and be like, yeah, those people were extremely affected by this.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I always mention those two first. Never in really a specific order with those two, because I never really know what to think if like one was, because one had the top one spot, but they should have had it for like an extra 3 months or something. And everybody thought Space dethroned Nswish, which was really unfortunate. And then one just was the top player, but seen as number 2 because of Space.
Yeah. I don't even think I'd be so unhappy. Like if this all came out and then I realized like, I never actually held the top spot even though I was supposed to, like that would kill me mentally, like genuinely.
Like if Nswish was a hacker the whole time.
Oh.
That would be insane.
That would be I wouldn't even want to know.
Like, what would come out of that? Like you would have been number 1 for over.
I was already top 1 for like 8 months, 9 months.
You'd have been able for like 2 years or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would have been top 1. I don't even remember when I lost number 2, to be honest with you. I don't even remember. It was probably late in 2020, maybe mid 2020. I don't know.
And then,
but it would have been a lot longer.
I know I don't know if you know him. His name is Wavix. I know he did a video on it, like a theory on it. He's kind of like the Gen Z C1997.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff from him.
Yeah, he makes good videos. He did kind of call us out though, which is really funny. It was a while ago. He was like calling us like brain rotted shorts, and I'm like, I mean, at the time, yeah, we were in that conglomerate, but it made me realize like he called us out specifically. So they always bundled everyone together like Kai Guy Lemon Cake, but they never bundled Secret Way with those lot, which made me have a glimmer of hope. Like, oh my God, wait, they see something different in Secret Way at least. Like, at least there's that. Even if it's bad, it's still different.
Yeah, I think it's just because, like, you know, the stuff that they put out, like, I'm not afraid to say it, it's garbage. Like, it's not healthy for kids to watch that, like, all the time. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like stuff like them, like, you know, they put out stuff like that all the time, and it's not interesting at all. Like, it's just whatever.
Yeah, I always, whenever I bring up an opinion of myself, I'm always like, or an opinion from myself, I'm like, don't think the way I do just based on what I said, especially if it's a critical opinion. I don't see them preface that enough, especially with C. C never really seemed to preface that enough when he would always go on about his opinions.
C didn't care.
I know he didn't.
He said a lot of damaging things about some people that some of it wasn't 100% true. Some of it was, and it was very deserved, but, like, he did not care, dude. He did not. And a lot of people looked up to him, so a lot of people just kind of naturally followed what he said. Yeah. And it was pretty damaging. I love C. I loved watching all of his stuff, but that was, looking back now, like, I didn't realize back then. I was 15, 16. But being 22 now, it's like, you know, you can tell, like, that was pretty damaging to some people.
Yeah. He would be one of the, I feel like, obviously, Space is crazy. I feel like the only other person to come close to Space for like virality would be like C, because he hasn't been in the community for years.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be crazy to get on, but I don't know if you'll see this. C, please don't take what I said about you harshly. I love you, man.
Yeah, he's making some awesome stuff now. I actually did watch through like a couple of them, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, his space content
pretty good stuff.
Ooh, it is very enticing.
Oh yeah.
And I hate to seem like I'm egoing, but I did briefly mention Secret Way, and I ask everybody this: you can break my heart. I know maybe that'll. Like, oh God, I know the question he's gonna ask. What is your brutally honest opinion on Secret Way?
I knew this was coming at some point, and I already have an answer in my head. Ooh. So I mean, I feel like a lot of people could say this because I feel like this is where you guys kind of just started. I only knew you guys from the shorts at first. Like, that was all I knew.
Yeah.
And like, they were fine shorts, in my opinion, but like, it was all stuff I already knew, so like, I had no interest, like, at all. I think now the shorts are, they're still mostly stuff I know. So, like, I don't really, like, you know, I don't have much interest in them, but I do like still like click on them. It's like, okay, let's have this little 30-second thing. I'll just watch really quick, and then I'll go back to what I was doing because I just see it in the corner. They're more interesting now just because of like. What was the one? It's very recently you put out, talking about. I think it was Connex you were poking fun at.
Dude.
You know what I'm talking about.
I want to say real quick, I have nothing to do with that short. That was Vix.
No, I'm just saying, like, stuff like that is so much more interesting to me because it's just funny. Like, if you know who it's like, if you know the person in the short, it's really, really funny. Yeah. So they've been a lot more interesting. And now that you guys are doing like more of like, you know, this stuff, like more like long form stuff that like, you know, people like me would take more interest in, like, you know, I have a much higher opinion of the channel now than I did say like 1 year ago.
That is a very real opinion, because I feel like I also agree. I think I compare Secret Way now to Secret Way a year ago, and it's like, we're such a better channel by miles. Like, it's like comparing the size of Earth to Jupiter. We're just so much bigger now. We're so much better. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even a question.
Oh yeah, I would have to agree with that 100%.
And our oh my god, when we would make these shorts off of the musical instrument, guitar.
Oh, I don't know. I had to. My brain was like, what?
Oh, that was the beginning of
Yeah.
us getting involved with all this stuff with the community, because we made stuff off him. He gave us 2 strikes. I don't know if I.
Oh
yeah.
wait, I've definitely heard about this.
Yeah.
Somehow, I've definitely heard about this. Oh.
We made a short. So we made a short calling Krazen the most hated GD player, and I really quick, I would like to see someone try to fight me on that, but
I certainly will.
but we made most hated player is Krazen short, and we put guitar briefly in it for like a second, saying you might think it's him for these allegations.
And he struck you for that.
He gave us a guideline strike, or a false strike for that, and we decided to wait it out. And then Vix decided to make a short where he just copied from our TikTok, where we uploaded one of a AI voice of guitar going, "I'm the one on." It was like him and Souls TRK beating Dolo Maestro, and it was him on the right or something. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm on the one on the right, and I touched a little girl," and then it like cut off.
I've seen this. I've seen it. I've seen that one.
And then he struck that one. And then
that one feels slightly more understandable, but I have no remorse. I have no sympathy for him at all.
And then Vix got a crash out short where we pixelated everything. We didn't even mention the word guitar in a short, and we crashed out. There's nothing he could do about that. And Vix was like, "We're gonna wait for the next strike to wear off, and we're gonna make another one." We didn't, and he can't strike us for saying guitar because it is a word. You can't like strike someone for saying a word.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you saw the whole space interview, or any of it at all.
I saw some of it. I was kind of like, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was kind of just looking through for like a little bit. But yeah, I saw some of it.
We came up with the new term, a GD P3DO. Their actions are guitaring a ukulele.
No way.
We came up with that. Krazen guitar and ukulele.
This is like it's like bottom 5 analogies ever.
It was so bad.
But it's kind of funny. I can't lie. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, I felt proud, and then I felt, wait, this is really stupid.
I feel like that's the correct way to feel.
Yes. I'll stop blabbering on. We'll go to a next question. We'll go into a little bit of Mario Kart, actually.
Okay.
If you were forced to drop Geometry Dash or Mario Kart, which one would you choose?
Mario Kart.
No, oh, okay.
I don't really have. There's not really much thought behind that, to be honest.
Huh.
I love both games very much. However, I think it's just the fact that I think it's just the fact that GD always has stuff coming out by the community that like I could theoretically never lose interest in it because there's always new stuff coming out. Mario Kart's not the same way. And now I know it's like, you know, the way I play the game when I'm not online is just, okay, I'm just pushing every one of my times further and further and further.
Yeah.
However, the issue I had with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that every single one of the times I set on every track was at a level where I was very satisfied or was going to struggle a lot to end up beating it further. So that's what lost me interest in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe towards the end of its life before Mario Kart World came out. And I think that's why, if I had to choose, it would be Mario Kart. Just because, like, I feel like there's just going to be a definitive time where, you know, all of my times are going to get really good, and I'm not really going to have a whole lot left to do in the game. And I'm not all that interested in playing online all the time. So I think GD, I could always find something to do, theoretically. Even if I wasn't really that into playing the game, I could always find something to do.
So I think I might know the answer to this next question then, but I'll ask it anyways. If you were to start YouTube from scratch in 2025, would you go with GD or Mario Kart?
Probably still GD.
Okay.
I think for pretty much all the reasons I just stated.
Yeah.
I've thought about, like, okay, what if I was a Mario Kart YouTuber? I have my second Mario Kart channel. I thought about making like actual like long form content on that just to see what it was like, but I think the things that I like to do in Mario Kart wouldn't really translate well to a full channel.
Yeah.
So I think GD would just be the one still.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed the people who do really well with Mario Kart content are mostly just like funny moments, creators making content on a newly released Mario Kart game.
The ones that I watch also, they play a lot of competitive Mario Kart, and they all make videos on that. A few of them do just like fun worldwide races. That's really most of what you can do, though. Like, there's not really much deviation that you could possibly get. Now, Mario Kart World's a lot easier because it has free roam.
Yeah.
So like you can do a lot more with that. But still, like a lot of the bigger YouTubers that play the game that are like good, they all do competitive Mario Kart, and a lot of them don't really add their own spin on it. So it all just kind of becomes, okay, I'll watch this guy because I like this guy, and not because he's playing competitive Mario Kart for the 1700th time.
Yeah.
So it feels like there's no real direction that you can go with the content. It all kind of feels the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I used to digest a lot of Mario Kart content, especially with like the Vanoss crew and like Speedy's, I forgot the name of his crew, but those YouTube groups, like I love Mario Kart content. I love watching friends throw a blue shell at each other and then rip every word in the book.
Yeah.
It is very entertaining.
Even as a competitive player, that's still like with just if you're just messing around with a bunch of friends, not really caring about what happens, like that's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm broke. I just got what is it called? Mario Kart Tour, the mobile.
Yeah, Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah, that's the most I could do with my friends, and one of them broke his phone.
What? What? You broke a phone? Dude, a whole phone.
A whole phone.
A whole phone over Mario Kart Tour. Are you okay?
Yeah. This was like 2019. This was so long ago.
That's crazy. I can't. That's insane.
Yeah.
A whole phone?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I broke one of my monitors recently from playing GD, but I don't.
That's valid. GD's like that. I don't know.
Well, it was a hard demon, so that's why it's a little embarrassing.
Yikes!
I banged on my desk and then it just fell back, and then I decided to you know what? It broke. Grabbed my knife and just went ham. There's a picture in the Discord server. Oh my god, it looked like someone shot it.
I mean, if I broke a monitor and it was unusable, I might do the same thing just for fun. Honestly, I mean, if it was cheap enough and was unfixable, just take some,
Yeah, my dad
exactly like that.
Me and my dad used to. So it was me and my dad and my cousin used to play this game. You know Phasmophobia?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he. One night we were trying to play it and he had audio problems, and he couldn't fix it. I ended up fixing it like a week later after he got a new monitor because he broke his monitor to it, and all he had to do was install new audio drivers. and my cousin briefly mentioned that as well before he broke the monitor, so it could have been avoided. And he was hooked up to like a CPAP machine or something. I think that's what it's called because he got pneumonia from COVID. And so I think he slammed his desk through the little thingy, the little wire that was in his nose. And because he could still breathe without it in.
Yeah.
And it like hit the monitor screen. And he took it off the wall because it was like screwed in, and then he threw it at the floor and stomped on it.
What?
I don't know how he managed that.
That's something you see straight out of a movie. That doesn't happen in real life, dude. That's some movie stuff.
It was like a movie because he said he literally looked at me and he gave me like this whole like upsetting rage-induced speech. He was like, I'm done with video games. I'm never going to play a video game for the rest of my life. As soon as he finished, he burped so loud and my cousin laughed so hard after that, and I was trying so hard not to laugh in front of my dad who just broke a monitor.
Yeah, I don't know how you keep it together during that.
It was, oh my god, it was like, it was October, probably 2022, because I think we all got COVID in December of 2021, and then again in November, or September of 2022. So I think it was October 2022 when this happened. Yeah, that was...
That is bizarre.
It wasn't even just that it was scary, it was funny.
Yeah, that's incredibly bizarre. Like, what do you do in that situation if you're just watching?
I just sat there like ducking. It's like when you're in a neighborhood and you need to like walk home from school. You're in that bad neighborhood and you look up and someone's looking at you and you just like duck your head and keep going. Yeah. That's how I felt.
It's about the only thing you can do, I feel
like. What's your cat's name?
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Her name's Avery. She's always there, always. Like, if she's not eating, or if she is eating, or if I'm sleeping, she's not here. All other times of the day, she's there.
That's adorable. I was very fixated on her. She's very adorable.
We're probably going to be doing this long enough to where she's going to get hungry, and she's going to get up and start maybe walking across my desk at some point, so... Give it like another half hour to an hour.
Has there ever been footage of you on the internet with her not being there?
Yeah, probably.
Well, probably.
100%. 100%. Like, I think you could probably find a YouTube video of me sitting here, and so she won't be there. But most of the time, she's either here or like somewhere on the floor.
That's awesome. That's very wholesome. I'm jealous. I wish I had a cat that would sit on my bed.
My problem with her, though, she loves my bed. She thinks it's her bed. So every time I try to move her, she gets very mad at me. Very. Every time I try to get in my bed, she gets mad at me. So she's a little annoying about it, but I mean, at least I have a cat that wants to be in my room.
Yeah. Lucky.
That's all I could ask for.
What will... Yeah. What will your next hardest be? If you have one planned.
Don't have one planned. However, I wanted to do like a final hardest this year. That was the plan. Like I would start one in like June or like late May and just work on it. However, Nintendo decided it would be a wonderful idea to release Mario Kart World in June, so that didn't happen.
Oh.
It was going to happen if that didn't come out in June, but it was likely going to be Acheron.
Oh.
If I would have done one. I was like early May or before April, which was when Mario Kart World was announced with the release date. My full plan was to start Acheron at the end of May. That was 100% my plan. And then hopefully beat it like maybe sometime around now. But didn't happen. And now that my life is where it is right now, where I'm looking for a job, I'm thinking about going to school again next year, either to get, an education certification or to go to grad school for a master's. it's not really 100% feasible for me to go for a hardest anymore. I mean, I could try. I kind of do want to try, but it doesn't feel that feasible anymore. So right now, no plans on a new hardest. However, if it was going to be one, it'd probably be Acheron, Spectre,
Yes, Spectres.
Tidal Wave, maybe. I don't know.
I
Something
always
ridiculous.
I always told myself, like, I really want to see Technical beat Spectre.
I feel obligated almost. Like if I were to go for something up there, it almost feels like it's my obligation to go for Spectre. Just
Ooh,
because of, what it is.
yeah, it would be really poetic, 100%. And I did it. I actually was gonna ask right after Final Hardest, and you said Acheron. Is that like a surefire Final Hardest in your in your mind?
Surefire?
Or
No.
like, mm,
But I feel like that would be a really good one for me. Because I feel like in my head, like that difficulty of level is in my head the hardest I could do. Like just from a purely mental standpoint.
mm,
Like I think that's like my cap. And I think that level on its own it would also be a pretty good hardest just
that is
because
a
of
good hardest.
it's very influential. I love playing influential levels as hardest. It's awesome. Um, but also I was actually very interested in the gameplay already, so it was a level that I actually thought I would like. So it made sense. But now, in the position I'm in, not really surefire can say that that will definitely be my final hardest. Really,
Mm,
my final hardest might be Slaughterhouse in all
mm,
reality. So
mm.
I have no idea,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, uh, hmm. We're about an hour in. I think we'll do a little game now.
Okay.
Finally, did this with Npesta, and I felt it would be very fitting for you because I wanted to make this fun for you because I know you wanted to be on here. Create create a Geometry Dash Mount Rushmore. And I'll remind you on the criteria. It's one for player, one for level creator, one for content creator, and one for hacker or like modder in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. So I will actually say something about this. When I was watching Nathan's interview, um, when you said hacker, I thought you meant like, hacker, like, someone who's like, cheated, like,
Yeah.
Andromeda. In my head, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then he was like, absolute. I was like, what? That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So I think I'll struggle to think of level creators, but I think I have an idea of the other three. But I'll try to think of something. So I'll
Okay.
go in the order that you said. So player, creator, content creator. Okay. So I think for players, I think the way I think of it is like, who really like pushed the game to its absolute like peak at the time. And
Yeah.
I like to think of like, historical stuff, like, who was, you know, the best early on. But I also think, my philosophy with that has kind of changed. So like someone like Zoink, I'll put Zoink there. That's one.
Mhm.
100%. Like he's been the best for the longest, pretty much. So Zoink, I do have to say Riot. I'm a Riot believer, personally.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, but he had access to the high refresh rate stuff for everyone else. I don't care. I don't care. Like he was by far the best back then. I don't care. So Zoink, Riot, I think those are the most obvious two. I know a lot of people would put me here, and I know why they would. I don't know. Maybe it's a self-esteem, self-confidence thing. I don't think I would put myself here personally. I don't know. I I don't think I've done enough like influential stuff. Like I've done a lot of like big levels, but nothing top Zodiac. Like that was really it for me, I think. But that was
Yeah.
big. So Zoink, Riot. I will put N-Swish here actually. I think N-Swish was like you couldn't go saying someone was good at the game on social media without someone immediately popping into your replies being like, okay, well, they're not better than Enswish.
Yeah.
He was the only one. He's the only one I can recall that was like that. So I think these three, and then who did I put fourth? I kind of have to go through the whole history of the game in my head. 2017, 2018. You know what? I think I I hate to do this. It makes me sound ego, but I actually think I will put myself here. I think I will, because I think as far as player goes, like it's not all about like, okay, what did they achieve during their time. I think Riot, Zoink, and Enswish have achieved much better than I have. However, I think, and this is completely not ego, this is just how I see it. I think there aren't many players who were as big a personality while at the top than I was, I feel like.
I agree.
So I think I would go with myself, Enswish, Zoink, and Riot. I think those are my three or four.
Yeah, and I agree. I think Zoink said this in his. He put you, because I also asked Zoink this. He put you as the player, for the reason being that not only being number one, you were probably the first number one with personality. Like out of the entire history, like Riot was quiet. Sunix, Sunix was Spanish player, and then
I feel like even he though was kind of just like not super like
yeah, and then I can't really think of anyone like Minecrafted, Wooshi, Nobbleboy. I mean, Nobbleboy, he didn't really have top player status. He just kind of verified the number one level. Like I glaze him a lot because like him, Demetrio, and Kramal are the only people who've done verified the top one level while decorating some of the best decoration in the game for its time. Yeah. Like Yuki is a great looking level, and it was top one when it verified. It's retrospective now because like it didn't see the top one spot. But I always say like Nobbleboy, I'm just such a Nobbleboy glazer. Like God Eater was like seen as the best level in the game right after he verified Bloodlust. Like that's an insane feat.
Mm-hmm. I think if I had to give the title to like most disrespected player out of like someone that like didn't deserve it, like most over disrespected player, it's him. I think. Just random tangent, but I just thought about that.
Honestly, I see that. I feel like people don't give him enough credit.
I 100% agree. And on that topic, actually, because Crater is next, I think I would actually put him as one of them, personally. I think. Just because, I know a lot of his, like, famous achievements were because he was a player, but I always see him as a creator first. And I think it's because he was able to create such, like, amazing-looking levels, and also beat such difficult levels. I think he just deserves to be there, personally. So I think it's him. I think Funny Game is kind of an obvious choice for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Kermal is also another not fairly obvious, but like he's a legend. I don't really know how else to put it.
He's got the weird factor that carries him so much.
Yeah. It's just the atmosphere he's able to build in everything that he makes is just it's completely untouched, I think. Mm-hmm. Completely untouched. So Novel Funny Game, Kermal. Who would I do fourth? Honestly, I don't know. I in my head, like when you said like creator Mount Rushmore, my head immediately went to Samifying, just because he's been my favorite creator forever.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd put him there, actually. I feel like he hasn't released that much, but every single time he did, I couldn't think of someone that made a boom in the community as much as he did.
Mm.
Like, I think I think the example that comes to mind the most is Sedulous. You remember when that
Yes.
came out, like 2021?
Yes.
The shockwave that went through the community with, the fact that he spent so much time and how popular it was. Like, I think nobody really did that as much as him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I give him that spot just out of formality, just because, like, I think the three that I mentioned are just, like, the three that I want there. And the fourth is kind of just up to whoever you would think is, the most
Yeah.
interesting, I guess.
I honestly, I relate. I actually think about that a lot because if I were to, like, with the player one, I always say this: Enswish, Zoink, Sunix are the RGB, whatever you want to say, of players, and then just whatever fourth player you think fits that criteria the best. Because, I mean, they were cocained out of their mind at the games. It was crazy. Like, it was insane. And then the
Yeah.
same thing you said with, like, creators. It's like you just have the three, and then the fourth one is just whoever. The fourth one seems more like a personal one.
That's how I see it. Yeah.
And Sedulous, I would agree I honestly can see that with Samifine. It's like Sedulous was like the second God Eater or whatever you want to. Like 2017, you had Dark Travel. 2019, you had God Eater. 2021, you had Sedulous.
Mm. And I think it's the fact that, like, Samifying still has, like, one of my favorite levels of all time to play through. Even to this day, like, I've his level Blast Furnace from back in the day.
Ooh.
That's still one of my favorite levels ever. Like, I don't know why. I just love it. I love playing through it all the time. It's so much fun.
I forgot he made Blast. I don't know why I thought Xylinox made that.
A little fun fact, actually. The current version of Blast Furnace that's on the servers, I verified it.
Ooh, really?
So yeah, I did in 2020. He let me verify like a bug fix to it because there were some issues on 240 FPS back then. So he just let me do whatever I wanted with the level, and then I verified it, and he uploaded it.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So what was next? Content creator?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think the two most obvious ones in my head are Eric Van Wilderman and Npesta.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just the top two, easily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, EVW's been around for freaking since the beginning, pretty much. He's still around. Yeah, so he pioneered, like, everything. And Nathan pioneered the stream highlights genre, which nobody had ever really done that. And I still think he does it best to this day, even now. I think he's better than everyone that does it. Third, I think I'd go with Colin third. He's currently my favorite to watch in general. But that's not even why I'm putting him here. I think it's just because the topics that he puts out are just so interesting and different from, like, what anyone else is doing. They're just so interesting to watch. I don't know. They're so interesting to me. And then it's always the fourth one. There's always three that you are sure about. And then there's a fourth. Who would you put four?
I think I'm swear to God, it was the same thing with Npesta and Zoink. They said the three, EVW, Colin, Npesta, and then the fourth was like maybe Samalot or Vortrox. I think they both said that.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, actually. I think I actually will go with Vortrox number 4. Because, like, I think I cannot believe how big he is now. I cannot believe it. Like, it's unbelievable. And I know why he's grown so much from streaming and stuff. It's just what he's able to do to cater to his audience is so good. And he does it so well, and he's the perfect person for that. And it kind of makes me really upset when I see all these people on Twitter calling him a slop content creator. Just not true. Like, it's not true. He just caters to a younger audience. That's all it is. And he is great, though. Like, he's awesome. I've met him in person multiple times. He's an awesome person, and he's a lot of fun. And that's also just how he is. Like, I can tell, like, he's obviously, like, he's just being a slightly exaggerated version of himself on stream and in videos. And that's fine. I feel like most content creators do that. Like, I do that sometimes, not all the time, but, like, sometimes I do.
Same.
That's just how it is. But, like, he's great, and he caters to the right audience perfectly, and he's just, I mean, even I sometimes kind of have a little bit of fun watching him because he just has fun. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize that. Like they don't really realize that a lot of content creators are just genuinely having fun with what they do. So yeah, I think Vortrox, Npesta, Colon, and EVW. Those are my four.
Sweet. And then the final one, hacker slash modder.
Okay, I think this is gonna be the hardest one for me. Come to think of it. I said creator was gonna be, but then I thought of people that I would actually put there. I think this one I'm still trying to think. Absolute, duh. I don't know the other three, to be honest. I think he's just the one. Let me think about this for a second, because maybe there's something I can come up with. I'm just trying to like. I thought of one. It's not one you would expect, actually, because I'll tell you what. This one person, this might be a crazy take, and maybe I really kind of hope nobody said this before, because I feel kind of insane for thinking about this. There was someone that single-handedly got the FPS bypass unbanned in 2020. Single-handedly.
Ooh.
Do you remember who it is?
Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Because I done research on the FPS bypass, like there's FPS bypass drama, and I remember hearing about this. I remember I was gonna do it for like a short. Oh fuck. No, I don't remember.
So, the one person, because they made something that, like, you know, kind of tricked your monitor into doing some stuff, technically wasn't altering the game. It was altering your system, so it couldn't be disallowed by list standards. So they just decided to allow the bypass alongside it. It was powered by Pi. They called it the Pi Pass.
Yes, that's what I remember.
Yeah. I think it's just because of that one thing. It just set in stone, like it just set into motion a completely new list philosophy. Completely new, and it was much for the better, in my opinion, looking back now. I think he just deserves to be there for that alone, personally. Two more, huh?
And you can do like actual like level hackers as well, like space or something, just to fill the gap, or cyclic.
Okay, I just thought of two more. I got this. Not because it's because of what you said, but it's nobody that actually like cheated.
Yeah.
First one's Anaban, which duh.
Yeah.
I just remembered that. Like, obviously, like he like not a modder, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot the fourth one. I had it in my mind. I was like, no, this is perfect. I remember. Italian APK downloader.
Oh, that's interesting.
The mobile, like actual mobile modding legend. Like I've seen so many people who play on mobile even now, like who played on mobile back in the day, and they're like, this dude saved me so much, like for so much time. Like he was the mobile guy.
That is a very various list of hackers for Mount Rushmore.
I think the most questionable one was probably powered by Pi, but
No,
like I just think he, like, the influence he had with his one thing was monumental.
Yeah,
I think.
no, it makes a lot of sense, because like, imagine capping 240 FPS because you can't get a better monitor or they're too expensive. Like our top one would like Zodiac would probably still be top 10. Like if we didn't have FPS bypass, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would have been unbanned eventually. I think, like, list philosophy was already starting to change back then anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been unbanned way later. Like, it would have taken way longer. Like, I would argue even close to the end of 2021. This happened early 2020, I want to say. Maybe late 2019. I think it was early 2020, actually. If I had to guess.
I won't remember. It was too long.
But it would have taken a lot longer to get further if that didn't happen. I think his one thing just kind of set that in motion fully, and I think just that influential mod that he made,
yeah,
it was too monumental for me to be like, okay, like he's not really able to be considered. Like I think he's just, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get it. So, Absolute, powered by Pi, Italian, APK editor, and then Anaban.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm pretty confident in that.
And then do you want to do the final one for each one of them individually? Like it did with Npesta?
I have a pretty good idea.
All right.
So I think for player, I think this is actually the hardest one because I think I have one for the other three easily.
Mm-hmm.
I think player is, I think I'd give player to Zoink, honestly. Like I think he's just the most dominant player we've ever seen ever. For creator, I think I would give it to Funny Game.
Mm-hmm.
For content creator, it's EVW, and for hacker, it's Absolute.
Zoink, Funny Game, EVW, Absolute.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a trend here with all these Mount Rushmores.
What's that?
The player and the hacker seem to be the same, except for Zoink. Zoink didn't say himself for player, which respect.
Yeah.
But
I get feeling like that, but I think he is just the best by so much.
Honestly, like, yeah. I have to be the guy. I would say Nswish just barely because Zoink can be challenged. Zoink right now Zoink can be rivaled. I don't think Nswish could have been rivaled.
That's actually fair. Yeah, I understand that. Nswish is easily my second choice though, for sure.
100%. And like it's to me it's literally just like throwing, like you throw two balls up in the air and whichever one lands in your hand. That would be me for Nswish or Zoink. Like,
yeah.
And then the third, it's always like Sonic. Like Sonic's just kind of creeps in my opinion because he was the first to. He threw so hard. He could have beat the top 50, but it had to be the top 49. He threw so
mad. Makes me so mad. Like the first one to beat the entire list was Nswish, but it wouldn't have been him if Sonix just took 2 hours out of his day.
There has to be something.
2 hours max.
I really want to ask him. I want to get him on here and ask him about that. There has to be something. There has to be a reason.
I think he just probably didn't want to play it, to be honest.
I mean,
whatever, fair enough. But
it would have been
so bad.
It would have been so awesome. Like, there's so many. Actually, I will ask you this question. I'll actually answer it because I did want to kind of tangent about it. You'll probably know what the question is by the time I'm done. But if there was something I had to change about GD history, I've asked a lot of people this. I would say I wish Sonix beat the top 50. I wish just like, because I feel like we needed that person to look up to, but I feel like with that one small flaw, it just kind of like made everyone look down a little bit because it would have gone viral in the community, beating the entire list. That is unheard of, and that would have been insane at the time. But he couldn't say that, and no one could say that at the time. And it was really, I feel like we would have harder level. Either we would have harder levels nowadays or easier levels nowadays if we had an early on full list completion player at that time. And it's unfortunate that we had to wait until 2020 for that.
Yeah. It definitely could have happened sooner. I think it should have happened sooner, clearly. I mean, based on my reaction to when you brought it up. I think it would have, the landscape of the community would have been slightly different if he had actually done that. I don't know if it would have been different enough for me to say, like, you know, if I had to change one thing, if it would be that. I don't think I would say that, just because I feel like he was already kind of just that guy, you know? Like, he was already just kind of that dude.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
Everyone just saw him as, like, this guy is the best, and there's nobody close. But, yeah, I think, I cannot believe he just didn't do that. I can't believe it.
I can't either.
Yeah. if I had to change one thing, I'm not really sure. There's a lot I would change, to be honest. Um, a lot of it, some of it has to do with me because
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of moments. Probably, I think there was one very particular moment that I had that like I wish I could just remove it from my memory. I'm so not happy with what happened. Um, it, I don't even, it hurts to talk about because I hate it. It was 6 years ago. I was 16, immature, and thought it mattered a lot for some reason. Do you remember when Coretta was rated?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 16-year-old technical JL was not very happy about that.
Oh.
I was streaming to like 1,000 people when it happened, and I was very not happy about it. And a lot of people thought it got the level to be unrated, which I also thought that. I was like, oh, I saw the level get unrated. I was like, oh, wait, maybe I took this a little too far. Shit. Um, but apparently it wasn't even me that got the level unrated. It was a mod. I don't know who it was. That's just what I was told. It was a mod that like, reached out and was like, this level probably shouldn't be rated for this reason. But a lot of people did point fingers at me, which understandable. I understand, but I want to wipe that from my brain. So I think I would go with that just because of how much it affected me. I know that's kind of, it feels like a selfish thing to say, but like that, I still think about it to this day. Like that was bad, 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 bad.
I mean, I can understand. I mean, I I feel like you weren't the only one to have that genuine feeling about it though, cuz nowadays Coretta it's not a terrible level anymore.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I
It really was not as bad. It's really not as bad as I was making it out to be back then.
But yeah, back then I feel like with us like no CBF, max 144 FPS, like it was like I feel like with all of these new like bypasses and stuff to make our games run better and like play better, I feel like it makes Coretta a above average. Like if there's like a fine line between good and bad, I feel like it's just above the line.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that's a good assessment.
Yeah, if I had to make a prediction of what you would have said, I wish the link was a different slur. What?
Okay. Uh-huh.
I saw one that was the F slur recently. I don't think it was a
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it was a GD video, but my friend showed me it. I'd have to look for it.
I don't understand how this happens. Like I thought that YouTube had some way to filter that stuff out. Like I
Yeah,
thought, but I guess not.
I still don't think they do.
Clearly, like I've seen so much, and clearly they don't have a way to filter that stuff out. I thought they did.
Yeah,
I guess not. So
I mean, I don't think they like what were the odds were like what 1 in 100 millions and millions and crap.
I think most people were saying 1 in 900 million or something like that.
I want to say
I don't know how accurate that is, but
I want to say the one number I saw was 968 million. I don't know why. I want to say that's the number
I think it was right around there. I'm not sure how true that is, but I believe it. That feels extremely unlikely.
I mean, yeah, it's just taking like 1 in 36 because you have 0 through 9, every letter in the alphabet, and then how many digits you would need for it to be each single letter to. I mean, even just having 2 letters back to back, like it is still rare enough.
Yeah, it's also you take every lowercase and capital letter
Yeah.
as well. So you have even more. So it's like 26, 52, like
Yeah,
what 1 in 62 every time.
Oh my god, that's insane. And it's like
and then it's all the fact that it was all at the very end as well.
Yeah,
like
it was
specifically there.
the final 5. Oh my god, like
That just lowers the chances even like so much harder. Just having it be right at the end.
Have you ever thought that maybe it was done on purpose by like a YouTube higher up?
There's no way. There's no way. I mean, the chances of it happening are so astronomically low. I may as well have won the lottery. Like, I may as well, like, what are the chances of you winning the lottery? Do you know off the top of your head? I think
I do know everyone says you have everyone, the only thing I know, apparently you have a higher chance of winning the lottery 7 times than dying in a plane crash or something like that.
yeah, I have heard of that.
That I hear that a lot. But I guess it's also dependent on how many people like sign up for this lottery. It's literally like 1 in however many people are in for the count.
Yeah, I just looked it up actually, just while we were talking about it. It's like I don't know. It's like I think winning the odds of winning like the Powerball, for example.
Yeah.
It's like 1 in 300 million, which means my title was what 3 times less likely or something like that. I don't know. Some ridiculous crap.
Jesus. I mean, I guess you can say the funny historical factor is the lottery enough.
I guess. I just would have preferred actually winning the lottery. To be...
I mean, I will say it is like the most weirdest things come back to the GD community every year. 2023 was Space. 2022, I don't even know what happened that year actually. But 2021 was Slaughterhouse. 2020 was Tartarus. 2024 was you with that link.
Yeah, every year you can kind of link to something, I feel like.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know, like... I feel like Space was bigger than 2.2.
Honestly, I don't know. I almost agree, but for different reasons. Like, I feel like they were both big, but for completely separate reasons.
Yeah. I don't know, that's...
So, like, I don't know. That feels a little difficult to compare, but the Space thing was...
Oh my God.
Unbelievable to find out.
It was just... Dude, Samifine's video on it was so good. That
was so good.
Cinema.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, such
so
a good video. Like, yeah. I love Samifine. I wish he would make... I wish he had the ability to make a video, like, once every month.
Mm.
Like, oh my God, I love his videos. But, God, when was the last time I asked a question? At least
it might have been. Oh, it was the if you had to change one thing about GD history.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know why I have this question down. I just saw it. I thought it was funny. I feel like I know the answer, but green or purple?
Purple.
Okay.
I know my YouTube picture is green. Purple's the one. Purple's number 1. Green is number 2. So I mean, obviously, why would I use both of them?
Yeah, honestly, it's fair. I like green. I think pink is better though than green. Just
I like pink.
I like pink as well. I really like pink.
It's close enough to purple.
Yeah, I like purple, green, or purple. Pink, green, yellow. I don't know why I like yellow so much. I don't like red. I'm just like Npesta. I hate red.
Red just hurts my eyes. I've noticed. Like it's the color that hurts my eyes the most.
Yeah, have you ever played Minecraft? You're in the Nether, you're in that warped biome, and then you go in, or you're in the Crimson one, and then you go into the warped biome, and your eyes are feeling like people are punching it.
Dude, it just owns you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is. Oh my God! It's like someone. It's like I imagine. The best way I could describe a lobotomy is going from the Crimson Forest to the Warped Forest in the Nether.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Red, I hate red.
I hate red as well. But the thing is, sleeping at night with like one of those red light bulbs, for some reason, is just so nice. I can't.
As long as it's like dim.
Yeah.
Like if you sleep with a dim red light, that's good.
And I've tried with every color that I could think of, like in the rainbow and even stuff in between. Red is like the best color off a light bulb. Like I don't know what I forget what they're called, but red was just the best one to sleep with for me. Like I was cozy, I was comfortable. Second was orange. Third was I think it was dark, like a dark, deep navy cyan blue kind of color. Like I love sleeping with a colored light bulb.
Yeah, I've been this light behind me. I've been turning to the lowest brightness it could be on without actually being completely off. I've been doing that instead of turning it off completely,
Mm.
and I've been like messing with the colors every night when I go to bed. Last night I slept with this one. You can't really tell what color it is really, but it's green. It's a green, but it kind of shifts shades of green a little bit.
Ah.
That was nice. I like that.
Colors are great. If I was colorblind,
How would you? I don't know. I don't know how people do that. Like that would drive me insane.
unless it's like if you're black and white colorblind, that would suck. But if you're like I've seen people recreate colorblindness in like other games, and it's kind of cool to see how they see the world.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could do it. But that is normal to them though. Like
Yeah, it is
that's pretty
normal.
normal to them. Like they know they're colorblind, but like that's what they know.
Yeah, like
So
they don't have a comprehension for certain colors,
yeah.
and it's such an interesting thing to think about. But how do you feel about the current state of the GD community?
I have to I have to think if my opinion is just based on what I see or what it actually is. Um, I think the community as it stands now is it's kind of in an interesting spot. I don't know if I like it, but I wouldn't say it's particularly that bad. I think some people you would ask this question and they would say like, dude, the community's in a horrible spot. I don't really agree with that. I mean, is this a question you've asked everyone else too?
Yeah, I've asked. I think the only person I didn't ask was Royal Pair because he was the first like non GD oriented guest we got.
Right. And I'm just curious, like this isn't going to change my opinion. I'm just curious what they think. Like have they generally like do you get generally get people that say like, "Oh, we're in a good spot or a bad spot," or
I think I think most of them were positive. I remember. I think uh, if I remember correctly, this was almost 2 months ago, so it's hard for me to remember this one. But I think Zoink like jokingly said like, "Oh yeah, no, I hate this community." Zoink being Zoink, but the one I remember the most was I think Vortrox. He was like, it can be. It was either I don't know who it was. I want to say it was Vortrox. He was like, it can be bad, obviously, like places on Twitter, but generally, like I think we're in a good time frame as of late, like the last like the remnants of like everything with Space UK and 2.2 coming out and like all this stuff, the CBF drama. Like I think we're finally in a more stable and holstered state in the community, and
yeah.
I think we're finally agreeing on a lot, like general consensus.
I kind of agree actually. I think we are stable, more stable than we were last year. Oh boy. Last year was rough.
Dude, it was
Um
terrible.
it was I think the roughness of it though last year was necessary. I think it was very very necessary.
Yeah.
So we're stable now, but if you want me to be 100% honest, um, I think the community's not in a bad spot, not that bad, but there is still a lot that's going to be unsolved because there is a specific ticking time bomb that is the grief verification that will explode everything.
Oh.
Like that's just waiting. Like we
Oh
are in a
god.
stable situation right now, but the second grief is verified because it's being verified with CBF, it's
Mm-hmm.
over. I mean, well, not over. Like I'm just saying like it's like the stability is completely out the window once that happens. I think the issues that I have with the community right now are going to really show themselves once grief is verified. Because I think right now, in 100% honesty, I think the way that because I'm obviously much more attuned to the playing community. I
Yeah.
think what the creating community is doing, I think they're doing great stuff. I think
Yeah.
there's so much good stuff coming out, and there's a lot of fun stuff that people can play. It's great. I think the playing community is not in the best spot it's ever been in, to be honest with you. I think the fact that we have all these top players that are still, playing the game actively, and showing like, hey, we're doing great stuff still. Zoink, pop off, all of them. They're doing great stuff. I think that part is fine, but it's when you factor in how the the demonless situation is
Mm-hmm.
right now, and how that relates to CBF, and how
Yep.
CBF relates to the mod team and RobTop and the game itself. I think that's where the community is still not in the best spot, because I think the topics surrounding that, the discussions surrounding that, no, like pretty much none of them were solved. And I think the specific ticking time bomb is the grief verification. I think that once that happens, the issues that I currently have are going to they're going to explode, and it's going to become this whole thing. Um, and I'm honestly kind of concerned for when that happens, to be 100% honest, because I think the transparency and the willingness that I see, I'm not saying this is 100% true, this is just how I perceive it. The transparency and willingness to listen of the higher ups in the community, as in like, the people with power in the game,
Yeah.
not it's not really that's not where it should be, in my opinion. Um, so I think hopefully I'm wrong on all of this, and hopefully things will be fine. But I think right now we're stable, but it has the potential to, like, all the unsolved issues that we have the potential to come back up and completely explode at any point.
Yeah. I hope you're right so we can clip this and like technical predicts the future. No, but no, I definitely think like so every time Doggy gets close to December 19th with grief so far, I've been like preparing mental preparation because like
Yeah.
that I refuse to believe it's like either he's dragging it out so he does verify it on December 19th, or it is just going to happen because fate is a real thing. Like it honestly,
Oh, yeah.
this is going to be my like conspiracy confirmation theory, whatever, that we're living in a simulation if Doggy verifies grief on December 19th. Like
I
if
think
that
I have to agree with you, to be
like
honest.
there's no way, like there's too much stuff that happens on December 19th for it to not be like
Yeah.
something is happening. But I agree. I think it's kind of a similar thing with the FPS bypass, but the difference is RobTop is now involved with not rating CBF verified levels, and I feel like if we waited 4 years for an FPS bypass, or well, 3 years for an FPS bypass to be added, are we gonna have to wait another three for a CBF to be added on his end? Like it's gonna take too
Exactly.
long.
Yeah. Exactly. And that, I mean, I feel like that's my other issue, is that I think his transparency in particular is not very good
Yeah.
right now. And I think that is also bad. But I feel like everyone could say that, to be honest. I don't really feel like I have to go into detail about that. Everyone kind of realizes like Rob just kind of doesn't really exist right now.
True.
Um, but I don't know. I think I was hoping that the CBF stuff would be solved by him trying to add something like it to the game. Not really what happened. So I'm worried that it's gonna end up blowing over at some point, not too far down the line.
I mean, he's been super silent. He very well could be giving his uh his game to some company and selling it.
Yeah.
It-
That's what I would like to think, that the time he's taking off of, like, talking to the community is being spent. I mean, obviously the man needs a break. Like, he drove himself freaking crazy getting 2.2 out, but that was also almost 2 years ago now. Like,
yeah.
at what point are we gonna like think like, like he's gone because he's really working hard on this?
Yeah. I mean, mm, I just think he needs to. I think Doggy said it. He needs to understand that hiring people isn't such a bad idea because there's talented enough people to get his vision put into the game
Yeah.
where he can do like 20% of the work he already does.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with that.
And there's a lot of people like he wants to do a versus mode, and we were already kind of making that. I mean, you put it on your channel that what was it called again?
Champions.
Champions, that's what it is. I don't know why I was thinking of brackets, but similar thing. But yeah, no, like we're as a community, we're already making all these like awesome things that he's planned to make, and it's not like globed and people do these Deathlink. Like I wouldn't be shocked if like there was going to be some sort of like Deathlink type thing in his versus thingy.
Yeah. It's just it's gotten to a point where people are just doing his own thing at this point. And like clearly people are proving that there are people out there who could help him, and I think he just has to accept that at some point and just be like, okay, maybe it's not so bad to hire a bunch of people. He could still be the front man. Like he could still be like the representative and still do some developing. But with a team, all this stuff gets done so much faster. And it would just put the game and the community in a much better place, I think.
I think someone needs to. You mentioned frontman. I think someone needs to recreate Squid Game where it's without the guards and it's just the frontman, and show it to RobTop and be like, "Hey, this is what would have happened if there were no guards."
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good way to put it.
Like, oh, it would be so clean. GD we would be at like update 3.0 by now if he had a team from the start.
We would be very far. Yeah,
we would be really far into the game. But I feel like it's good, because what happens when we go too far into a game like GD? Like that's scary to think about.
Yeah, and I think that will happen eventually. I don't know when. Like I don't think that will be for a while.
Yeah.
Like...
And I saw this question. I was gonna ask you this earlier, and then I preferred to go to the Mount Rushmore. That was a lot of fun. The final kind of isolated Mario Kart related question. What is your least and most favorite Mario Kart track?
Oh boy. Really quick, I have to stand up. I have to let my cat out of the room to get food, but I'll talk while I'm standing up. I just have to do this really quick, if you don't mind.
No, you're good.
She's got to eat. You got to eat at some point.
You're good.
Come here.
Aw, look at the kitty cat.
Well, that was easy. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
100%. So are we talking like the whole series?
Yeah.
Like, is the whole Mario Kart series at play for me here?
Yeah, every single game.
Well, my singular favorite is not that hard of a choice for me, actually. It's not even particularly close. It's specifically the DLC remake that they did for Ribbon Road in Mario Kart 8. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
Even after Mario Kart World and all that stuff, that's my favorite. I don't think that's anything that's ever going to be above it.
I actually do know Ribbon Road. I was waiting for you to say something that I didn't know.
No, that's my favorite by a lot. I freaking love that track so much.
And least favorite.
This one's a little bit harder because I think I have a lot of tracks I absolutely despise. I have to think about this.
You can say some of your least favorites.
I think I'll just list a few.
Yeah.
I don't think I can think of one definitive like least favorite track in the series.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of like Mario Kart 8 all the time, because that's just what I played the most. I think there were a lot of remakes that they did that were really, really, really bad. The one I think of the most is specifically the one that they made for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. The remake of Rock Mountain was awful, and it just does not work in this game at all. Like that, not at all. It's so boring. It's really boring. It's great in Mario Kart 7, but in Mario Kart 8, it's just so boring, and nothing happens. So that's one of them. I think Donut Plains 3 for Mario Kart 8 as well is also not that great. But at least that one is like, you could do things on it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I think Baby Park is also one of my least favorite. I just think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid. But I think it's fun in the right scenario, but your scenario has to be like very specific for me to enjoy it, which makes it almost non-existent. I think that's one that I just really don't enjoy. I think it's just kind of dumb. Yeah, I think I would go with those three personally.
You'll have to look at, you said Rock Mountain and Donut Plains 3?
Specifically, I mean, I guess all the Donut Plains tracks from the series, but specifically the Donut Plains 3 remake in Mario Kart 8 was just kind of it's just kind of stupid.
I'll have to check those out after, because the one I do know is Baby Park, and then your favorite, you said Ribbon Road.
Everyone knows Baby Park.
Everyone knows Baby Park. I'm surprised I know Ribbon Road. I do know Ribbon Road. I think I played it. I was at Target and there was some like Switch, and it was just on Ribbon Road.
It was just on it, like you just like got on it and it was already there.
Yeah, it was just on Ribbon Road, sitting at the beginning, and I was like, oh, and then I decided to play it again. And this happened because I would always go to the Switch section, so it's not even like this is a one-time thing. Like I've probably done it like 50 times now playing Mario Kart, because I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But I don't have the money to get a Switch, otherwise I'd be playing it at home every day. But I had a memory where Ribbon Road was just on the Nintendo Switch at Target, and I decided to reload the map, and that has happened quite a few times as well. It happened once with I don't know the name of the map, but it's it's like Wario's Gold Mine or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that map, and one of the Rainbow Road variants. I don't remember which one. There's a lot of those.
There are 5 of them in that game.
there's a lot. there's a lot of all time.
Yeah.
And that was the last Mario Kart like isolated question. And I did mention before we started this that I do have a GD or MK segment. And I think coming off of the Mount Rushmore segment, we could do that as well.
Okay.
It'll be a which game is blank, and then you'll choose between Mario Kart or GD. And at the end, we have a very special question. I think is this one was really funny to me. I saw someone else say this. I don't remember who. I would give props to them, but it was a very funny question, so I added it to this. But it will start off with, which game is harder?
No, I don't know. Probably GD actually.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought about that. That's actually not that. It's not actually that close. I think GD is just significantly harder. Just because of how precise the game is overall.
Yeah. Which community is better?
Mario Kart.
I was expecting you to just instantly say it. I've talked to people in the Mario Kart community too. They're really lovely people.
I think it depends. Okay, well, I actually want to talk about this for 1 second. I think it depends on which Mario Kart game, because there are Mario Kart communities that I would consider far worse than the GD community by so much. Mario Kart Wii. But the communities that I'm in, the 8 Deluxe and World communities they're actually pretty good, I think. I think that specifically the time trial communities are better than the online communities, and I feel like that kind of just goes without saying. The online communities for both of them, specifically Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, can be pretty toxic, but it's not to like an insane degree. Like I would still consider the overall communities for both of those better than GD. I mean, I don't even hate the GD community that much. I just think there's more immature people in the GD community than the Mario Kart.
I feel like it's just easier to access GD as a game than Mario Kart.
Yeah. 100%.
Which game is easier to learn?
Honestly, GD probably. I think there's more to learn in Mario Kart than there is in GD, and I think that's why I'd go with GD. But like GD, it's really just about learning how the game modes control. That's really all it is. And like learning what all the orbs and portals do. Like you don't really have much more than that. And I feel like that doesn't take a ton of time. Like I did something in 2023 during a meetup with some Mario Kart friends. I had the video for this was scrapped because something with the recording was messed up. It could have been used, but it just didn't really work. But I taught 2 of my Mario Kart friends who had never played the game how to play the game, how to play every game mode, and how all the stuff worked. And they caught on rather quickly. I think Mario Kart has so much stuff to learn, and it's not all stuff that's easy to learn. So I think Mario Kart's probably harder to learn, like, everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. I still don't know how to hold items, but like when you hold an item on your back, I still don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and like I mean that's another point. Is like there's stuff about Mario Kart that you could learn that's not immediately taught to you by the game unless you go looking for it.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the one thing you're taught in GD, click to jump.
Exactly. Like you just click. There's one button. Exactly.
Yeah. Which game is more fun?
Oh. This is a hard one. This might be I'd be shocked if you asked me a harder question than this. I don't know. I love both games. I think I have to almost answer this as like which one do I more consistently have fun with? And to that, I probably would say Mario Kart, but not by much, not by a lot. I think it's just because like GD, the way I play it, like I mean, I have fun with the game in general always, but sometimes you get a level, like you start playing a level that's just not fun at all.
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes the experience like not great. But like Mario Kart, like even the tracks that I dislike playing, like I still feel somewhat engaged playing them because like I'm still actively like going towards something, like going towards improving a time, or even online, like I'm thinking about things that aren't related to the track itself, if that makes sense. So I think more consistently I'll have fun with Mario Kart than GD.
Okay. I actually thought about this one just now because I don't know why this popped in my mind, but your least, if you were to have to beat your least favorite GD level or your least favorite Mario Kart track 100 times in a row, which one would you do?
Probably GD, honestly. I think let's put it in perspective. You asked me what my least favorite track was earlier. I gave you 3 options, but I'll just say I think the one I think is the most boring is Rock Mountain. I think I would lose my mind trying to just playing that through 100 times in a row than beating something like the Hell World 100 times in a row. I think both sound really bad.
Yeah.
But I think I'd choose GD in that regard.
Okay. Which game has more impressive feats?
Geometry Dash. It's not even that far off, to be honest. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has had some unbelievable achievements done in them.
Yeah.
But I just think the precision that is required in GD for some of the things that you have to do is just. A lot of people say GD is like one of the hardest games ever. I personally subscribe to that. I think it's true.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if it's the hardest game. I'm not really. I don't really have much to say about that, but I just think the precision required for some of the hardest things done in GD is just you just can't match it in a lot of games. I think.
And I feel like that probably answers this next question. Which game would be harder to become a top player in?
GD, definitely.
Yeah.
I've seen players in even Mario Kart 8 Deluxe today. You know, game's been out for however long, 8 years now.
Yeah.
I've seen people join the community in 2023 and get a world record the following year. I've seen it. It's happened. So, yeah, definitely GD.
All right. Which game is closer to the human limit?
Probably also. I don't know. Okay. Well, if you're talking Mario Kart World, not even close. It's GD all day. But 8D is very. It's not that far, honestly. Like, there's still room for improvement, but the same could be said about GD. Like, you know, we have all these levels that are currently in the works that would be number one.
Yeah.
But I honestly cannot personally project how much further past that we could theoretically go. I think Grief is a really kind of telling example that one of our best players is now on stream 270 something with CBF.
Yeah. 330,000.
I think that's extremely telling, honestly. So honestly, overall, I'd say GD is probably a little bit closer, but not by much.
Okay. Which game has better content creation?
GD.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be a quick one.
I think Mario Kart is just too, like, a lot of stuff is just the same. There are a couple people who make Mario Kart videos that I actually really enjoy watching because they are different, and they're not all just like, hey guys, I'm playing a competitive match today. I'm playing in a worldwide today with this different spin on it. Trust me, I love all those people. That I've had a lot of conversation with a lot of them. They're all great people. It's just the people that make, like, you know, more interesting stuff about the game, like, those are the people I watch. It's just, there's not much you can do with Mario Kart, I think. I think GD, there's just so much more you can do. So I'd say GD is in a better content spot right now.
And the final one, RobTop or Nintendo?
Oh boy, probably RobTop, honestly.
RobTop or Shigeru?
That's a really, I like this question. I have thought about this a few times. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably go with RobTop, honestly. I think if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said Nintendo. Even a year ago, I would have said Nintendo. But now I think the pricing of all the stuff that Nintendo is pushing out just makes me naturally go with RobTop. I can't defend that from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just can't. It's unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, you have RobTop who he's said before that he makes most of his money off of his free games rather than the paid. It's like it's just ads. Ads make you a lot of money, especially if it's a huge game. So, like, part of me is like, I love the Nintendo games. I didn't even grow up on Nintendo either. Like, I didn't even, like, I was more Sega oriented, even though I only played 2 Sonic games growing up. But I think the Switch 2 is useless.
I honestly don't disagree. I don't know if I fully agree, but I don't disagree by that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think they needed a new system at some point, but because, like, the Switch was just so outdated. I mean, it was great, but, like, it was so outdated. So they needed something new. But they just did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a Switch. It's just very much stronger. I mean, they improved a lot with it, but they could have done something so much different, I think.
Yeah, from what I've seen and been able to kind of gather from everything with the Switch 2, it feels like the same jump from Wii U to the first Switch and then Switch to Switch 2. It's like it just kind of feels like copy and paste, but the underlying difference with the Switch and the Wii U was just branding.
I think so this last direct that they had, just like a few days ago, I was really hoping that they would be able to justify the Switch 2 more with that, but they just didn't. They just really didn't. I think, and I think it's going to be a bit before the Switch 2 can really be fully justified, which sucks because I was really hoping that it would be justified by like the beginning of next year, but it's just not going to be that way.
Yeah,
So yeah, I do agree. Like, it's just not really a justifiable console right now.
Yeah, the Switch 2 is like in the best way I could do for like GD terms, because I know not every GD player like plays the Switch or like all that, is a remake of an Extreme Demon or like a sequel that is not play tested or barely play tested. Like that'd be the best way I could put the Switch for like the GD viewers.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good way to put it.
And like they just giving them one more year, just giving it even more like half a year, release it in Christmas, like probably maybe more sales, B would have had more time to optimize it.
Yeah,
but
I think my perception of it is very skewed because being a part of the Mario Kart community, we just wanted a new game. It didn't matter how, we just wanted one. So we were happy.
Yeah.
But like that's about it. Like, I mean, I think it's just my perception is just very skewed on that. So I like when I think about it at large, like, yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah. And that was that section. I'm very happy that you laughed at that final question because I laughed at it too when I saw it. It was really funny.
That was an awesome question. I loved it.
I'll have to look for who said that because I really thought that was funny. Then the rest of these questions are now fully oriented towards GD.
Okay.
I think if I'm numbering it off correctly, there's 15 left. Okay. We'll knock off the Zodiac questions now. What pushed you to go for Zodiac when it came out?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was like the day or like a couple days after it was rated. I was like, oh, well, we got a new top 1. May as well do it. I think that was literally all it was. And I was like, it really does not seem like it doesn't seem like it's outside of my skill range at all. Like, I had just beaten Bloodlust, like, not too far earlier in a week and a half. Like, that's a week and a half. It was 9 days.
That's insane.
And granted, I had played it the previous year for a couple of weeks, and I was not at the skill for it yet. I let myself get better. I just gained a ton of experience with some stuff. And this is a call to people who want to get better. Hey, look at me. This is a call to everyone who wants to get better. Take what I did as reason. So I tried Bloodlust and didn't have a skill for it. It took me like 2 weeks to even get in the 50s. Dropped it, got a lot of experience for almost half a year. I think over half a year. Came back to it, took 9 days, and I knocked it out. It was number 1 when I beat it. It took 9 days to beat it after that. And so, because it took me 9 days, I was like, I can do harder than this, but there was nothing to do that was harder than it. So once Zodiac came out, and it was like, yep, this is harder, I was like, I may as well. It's time. I'll do it. That was really all it was. It was just because I had beaten Bloodlust in like an amount of time that I thought was really good, that I was like, okay, I could do this.
Am I delusional for jumping to Zodiac?
What are you jumping from? Oh boy.
Back in 2019, it was Sidestep by Chase. Nowadays, my hardest is Cataclysm.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no way it's still your hardest, right?
No,
like, you've definitely done harder than that. Delusional? No. Not delusional. I think you're crazy. Delusional? No. We've seen people do exactly that.
Oh yeah, Herc's Tidal Wave.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But
But yeah, no, I'm not against jumping. I'll say that right now. I just think there are better ways to play the game and progress in the game. That's just my
yeah,
opinion. But I'm not against it. People have succeeded. What
that
am I?
is
Who am I
true.
to say?
I mean, I'm not too far. I have the level in 5 runs, but it is 52,000 attempts, and I do actually plan on streaming it right after this, which
Ooh,
I'm hoping to get back into that.
okay.
And the final Zodiac question, a little personal. I really wanted to ask this. Is there any advice you have for me for Zodiac?
Oof. Um, I'm really bad at like giving advice on the game for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm.
Um, but I feel like specifically Zodiac's the level that like a lot of people ask me for advice on, and I feel like I've answered the same thing. Um, I feel like you almost have to break the level in like 4 sections. The first section is from 0 to shock. The
Yes.
second is shock to TMN, then TMN to Peneto, then Peneto to the end. I think that's like those are
Ooh.
like the 4 sections, and I think just grinding out runs on all of those sections specifically, I think that's the way to go to start. Um, so I think you could do like I do you have you done Peneto to the end?
Yeah, I have 67 to 100. I have
Okay,
37%, and then the middle part is in 3 runs for me. So it's in five
okay,
runs.
yeah, the middle's by far the hardest.
Yeah.
Like the middle section is so hard. Um, I think you could focus probably on Shock to TMN and TMN to Peneto, and then see if you can kind of mix and match those runs in the middle. And then
Okay.
once you get Shock to Peneto, that's when it gets real.
Ooh, okay.
So I think grinding out TMN to Peneto and then Shock to TMN. I think that's where you should start.
Yeah, I've been trying my hardest to get 56 to that 67, like where it's the end of the kind of middle, where it's that little break and then it goes straight into the second drop in the level.
Yeah.
And I've been trying so hard to get there. I keep dying at like 66, that like double click, the 2 green orbs. Oh, I think I have done TMN to like 70, like 56 to 70 something.
Okay.
But I haven't gotten to Panuto yet, unfortunately.
I mean that's close. That's not far.
I'm
So
trying. And then after Zodiac, I've mentioned this a couple times. I don't know if this is a good idea. And you would probably be really good at telling me if this is a good idea or not. But because I have Cataclysm beat, Zodiac will be my second Extreme Demon. I have 98 Extreme Demons that are easier than Zodiac on a wheel that I want to spin, beat them all, and then go for a new hardest. Like I want to pick 10 levels that are harder than Zodiac and put those on a wheel and beat whatever I get after I beat 100 Extreme Demons.
I like the wheel idea. I think more people should do wheels.
I
It'd make it
agree.
easier to find stuff to do.
I,
Um,
I agree. Like, yeah.
I think doing that for harder than Zodiac might be a little dangerous, actually. I think the getting up to 100 with the wheel, that's good. I like that. Um,
Yeah.
I think 10 levels harder than Zodiac, that might be kind of dangerous, actually.
Well, it'll
It depends
be
on like the range of difficulty.
Well, yeah, it'll be what I choose, like the 10 hardest
Okay.
levels or the 10 levels that are harder than Zodiac that I choose on a. So like, Limbo, obviously, I want one of them to be on there. I want Solar Flare to be on there. Fuck it, I would throw Tidal Wave on there. I've done the hardest part in a run. Like, I could do the rest theoretically.
In
Um,
theory, yeah.
I would toss Spectre on there. Obviously, Spectre's a great level. I would toss. Now I would toss Kinos on there. That would be really underwhelming if it was Kinos.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. If you're like choosing them and they're all stuff that like you want to do, then yeah, like you may as well.
Okay.
Like I think that's a fine idea.
Okay. Thank you very much. I like that makes me feel a lot better about this.
Yeah,
Um,
I got you.
and going back to your roots, being old top one player, uh, who was your greatest rival in GD while you were on the number one spot?
Uh, as far as the actual number one spot goes, it's not N-Swish. I feel like N-Swish just kind of took it from me and never lost it. Like that, I didn't feel like we were rivals ever. I think if I had to choose somebody, it was Brian.
Yes.
Brian the Burger.
Yes, that was what I was thinking.
I think he was the one. I think he was the one that was like really pushing me at one point.
So underrated. Everybody send love
Most
to
underrated player in history. Like, I'm not even lying.
I would say one of 100%. I don't.
Yeah, maybe there are more underrated players. I was just thinking that because like Brian's the best.
Brian's
great.
He's really good at this game. He's good with longevity skill as well, like Diamond Splash as well. I know he's been top player since 2016. That's impressive as hell.
Even now, he's still around doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, like Brian, I know you have no idea who I am probably, but much love to you, dude. Like every time I think of underrated players, I think of Brian the Burger.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely comes to mind first.
Yeah. And who is your least and most favorite top one player? If neither of those are you, in your opinion.
Well, neither of them are me. Least is kind of obvious. It's a certain someone we described as the most hated GD player ever.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think that's the obvious one. If you know, you know. I won't say.
Crazy too.
Mm-hmm. Let's go with that. Favorite. It's either Brian or Diamond, to be honest. Brian or Diamond Splash are the two. Just because I know the two of them.
Oh.
They're the only other two top players, like the people that had the number one spot that I've actually extensively talked to. So I feel like I'm inclined to say the both of them. But if I had to choose one of them, probably Diamond, I think. Because I knew him before we knew each other. I knew who he was, and even in 2017 when he was a top player, I was looking up to all the top players, and he was one of them. So
yeah,
I'd give it to him probably.
Yeah, and again, much love and respect sent to you too. You guys are awesome. And do you agree that there was a point in time that you and Npesta were the top two best players of the game?
Top two best, the top two absolute best.
Yeah, just seen as the best. Because you verified Zodiac, he verified Kinos. You two had the number one and number two. And I guess technically Kinos was harder. Technically, now if you think about it.
Yeah. I'd say I'd love to say yes, but I don't know if I can, to be honest. I think it was close though. I was really close, and we were definitely the two best players that were actual personalities in the community.
Yeah.
I think. So there's that at least. I feel like that matters for something.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like it relates to how people see Zoink Trick pop off, and then a lot of people are like, yeah, Doggy's just the fourth best. I feel like that's kind of what people did back in the day with Npesta, where they're just Npesta's just the second best with you.
Yeah.
Because I definitely did that.
I don't blame people for doing that at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
it really did feel that way.
It did. It really did. You two were you two were I will say you two were the most dedicated in 2019.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
without a doubt. You two loved this 100%. Game the most out of anybody in this game in 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess no questions asked. Actually, good follow-up question. A Tried asked this. What is the most nostalgic era of the game for you?
I would say, I feel like a lot of people would expect me to say 2019. That is probably second. I honestly would say even more so 2017 for me. 2016, I think 2017 is probably the one, because I vividly remember 2.1 coming out. Vividly.
Yeah.
Um, that that year, I also went from mobile to a really bad laptop, back to mobile, and then onto an actual PC. And there was just a lot that happened for me back then, and also a lot of stuff that I think back to back then that I did that's just so unbelievably nostalgic for me,
Yeah.
in the community and in the game. That like, yeah, I think I would give it to 2017. I think you could throw part of 2018 in there as well. I'd say like January
Really?
20, even like December 2016 to like, I'd say like just for me, I'd say like even like up to February 2018 before I got high refresh rate for the
Ooh.
first time. For me, there was just a lot that happened in there that I was so invested in, um, that just feels very nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
I will say though, 2019 and 2020 is extremely close. Extremely close.
Honestly, for me too. I the friendships I have in this game are all from 2019, 2020. Like,
Yeah.
I was so close to being friends with Bunny Graham in 2017. I was this close. I was this close.
Yeah.
The only thing him and I relate on is being freaking day one players.
Mhm.
But yeah, no,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was like I was in a call with someone named Hybrid, and he added Bunny Graham to the call because he was friends with him, and I was like so close to being in the call, but Bunny Graham was like, wait, something showed up last minute. Never got to talk to the dude ever again.
That sucks, actually.
And he was like seen as someone back then as well. It was crazy. And then like years later, he's Verifier Limbo, and I'm like, I could have been friends with this dude. But
Yeah,
guess,
that sucks.
I mean, I guess thinking about it now, I don't mind. I mean, he's got his own stuff going on. Someone actually kept DMing me about interviewing him and was like, "Do you have a question for him?" And I'm like they were asking me, "Do you plan on interviewing him?" And I'm like, "We plan on interviewing everybody." Like, if you think about anyone, we plan. I mean, WizKid approached us. I have a friend that's buddies with Quasar. That would be really cool.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
that's
I would watch the
something.
hell out of that.
Yeah, Quasar is something I would love to talk to Quasar. Obviously, I mentioned C earlier. C would be cool to get on here, and I feel like he would
Yeah.
be the second peak after Space. Oh my god, it was a legendary pull.
That did so well. People were so interested in that. I don't blame them. I was interested in that.
Dude, it outliered doggies in 2 days. Like,
I believe it. I really do believe it.
Doggies was 96K. Spaces hit 97K in, I think it was just above 2 days. It was fucking madness, and it was stressful. I could like, I think I told this to Space. I don't know if I said it in the interview or out of the interview, but him agreeing to it before we did Iced Caves made Ice Caves a lot less stressful because when I kept thinking about it, I'm like, I'm about to fucking talk to someone who hacked the game for over a year, has not done a single interview, and that's put all on us. Like, that is so stressful.
I can't even imagine what was going through your head, because you had to like ask him all of that stuff.
Yeah,
and get the answers.
And the thing is, Vix DM'd me like just all out of the blue. Yo, I VC, I think I got Space. I'm like, what?
Oh no.
I mean, and like
I couldn't even imagine.
It was scary. It was really scary, but I'm glad people like. I didn't know that the reason he got caught wasn't because of that person who hacked Silent Club Step. Like that was something like when he mentioned that, I'm like, ooh, something we don't know. And then him almost getting caught with Sonic Wave Infinity, that was something I didn't know either.
Yeah.
But if allergies were out of the picture, who would win in a fist fight? You or Npesta?
If allergies were out of the picture?
Yeah.
Not me. Definitely not me. He wins 100% of the time.
And if they were in the picture? which they are.
Still probably him.
Oh.
I'd have a little bit of a better chance, but I think he just wins every time.
Yeah, I saw that question in the community post. I'm like, okay, I have to ask something funny. I have to.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's the answer is not me. I will tell you 99% of the time, I am not strong. And this is an invitation for anything. I'm not strong. I'm not a strong person at all. Which kind of sucks. I don't like that I'm not, but it's just how it is. So.
In a Pokemon battle, technical, use grass. Super effective.
That's how you win. That's exactly how you win.
Oh, whew. Have you? So your most viewed video, for some reason, is not the Zodiac completion. It's the do the flop layout.
Yeah.
That did get canceled from what I read. Has there ever been a plan to go back to it to try to finish it?
No. No. The latest plan was we got a solo decorator. We were gonna have a whole mega collab for decoration.
Yeah.
As everyone knew, but we shifted the plan to maybe have solo decorator. They posted some progress publicly on Twitter. I gave them permission to do that. And then it kind of just went dormant. And then a year after that went dormant, I was just like, what are we doing? I was just like, just forget it. Like this level, the reason it was canceled was because of the amount of people that were involved in the project that ended up turning out to be garbage human beings who did really bad things.
Ooh.
And I won't talk about who. I'm sure some people could guess. But there were some people who did some really not good things that ended up being really bad people. And I was just like, the amount of terrible aura this level has because of that, I don't even want to be involved. So I just ended up like, okay, forget it. I'm going to touch up the layout a little bit, add the names into every part who made it, and I'm just going to upload that. Right now, I currently do actually have plans to fix up the layout again and patch all the secret ways and all the skips.
Yeah.
That's it, though. That's all. That's it. I don't want it rated. I don't expect it to get rated. It shouldn't get rated. I just want to forget about it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna probably, honestly, genuinely, I think I'm gonna unlist that video once Zodiac passes it. I want Zodiac to pass it with dignity.
Yes, base.
I want Zodiac to pass it with dignity, so I'll leave the video public until Zodiac passes it, and then I'll unlist it.
I hope that happens. Zodiac needs to be. It needs to be.
It needs to be at the top, dude. I've had enough of it not being there.
Isn't your third one Ragnarok or something like that?
I think it's right. I think that's my only other video to hit 1 million views.
Yeah, I know the Ragnarok one is popular because the freaking what is there 2 memes off of it?
Yeah. Pretty much. The 298 deaths, and I verified it the same day somehow. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, the 98 death, and I know the weird sound effect off the beginning, that synth I know that became a subtle meme in the community.
Yeah, it did for a little bit.
That's a good level.
Okay, well, yeah.
The good parts in the level are good, but
yeah, I'll give you that.
But I don't know. I'm blind. Not literally, not legally, but
well, yeah.
The unsight readable parts in that just make it almost borderline impossible for me.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. I could get into it, but not now. I'm gonna end up revisiting it at some point on stream, and I'll probably have more updated opinions on it once that happens.
Have you done a revisiting for Zodiac?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I did. I did it in 2021, about 2 years after I verified it.
You gonna do one for decade, because we're closer to a decade of Zodiac than when it first came out.
Don't even remind me, man. Damn, that's yeah, I could do that if I'm still around. Hopefully, I'm still around in 2029.
Would it be 2029?
Yeah, 2029.
Oh, it would. Yeah.
I will be 26 years old when that happens.
Oh God.
If I'm still around, hopefully I am. Then yeah, I'd say once a decade rolls around, I'll do it.
You'll
again,
be the first.
See what happens.
The first fully developed top 1 player.
Exactly.
I feel like you're the first fully developed top one player as the top one. I don't know. I've talked to Zoink. I thought it was Zoink, but I don't know. I had a 9-hour conversation with him after our interview with him, and some things about that man I can't say. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Twitter, put your keyboard away. I'm kidding.
No, Zoink's great.
Zoink's
great. Awesome. I'm really glad he's at the forefront of the playing community right now. Like you couldn't really ask for many people better, I think.
Yeah.
If anyone.
Please don't let Popoff take your spot.
I mean, I don't mind Popoff anymore.
I don't mind him
anymore. Keyword anymore.
I don't mind him, but like, if there was anything like, there's no way he didn't know, because like I did a little bit of research. From what Zoink said about iMist and like the creators behind Amethyst, some of it I've been able to find is kind of true, but like if Popoff, like there's no way Popoff didn't know things about iMist when he was verifying. Like, I don't know. I feel like pure full-on industry plant Amethyst. Like, I don't view Thinking Space 2 as an industry plant, because like obviously there's passion put into it from Zoink's end with like having his own little personal history with Thinking Space and wanting to take on the sequel. I am upset that there's no like cool, like I think naming it Thinking Space 2 was a complete biggest throw in the century. Like they could have named it something so cool, like I remember Wander of Thought, because I think that's the name of the song.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I think that's just the name of the song.
Yeah, like people were like that would have been a cooler name than Thinking Space 2, but yeah, no, Amethyst is okay. I don't hate Popoff, but Amethyst makes me really just like so. It grinds my gears.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like it's a cool level, but like that's all the good I can say about it. Really.
Same. It's like your Deco gameplay song. Song 10, Deco, about an 8. Gameplay 0.
Yeah.
Ricochet Love is a great song.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I said this while recording, but I did tell you earlier that I know the meaning behind 49 and JL and all that, but I couldn't find anywhere that explained as to why you named yourself Technical.
You want to know why it's not anywhere?
Why?
Because there's really not much reason. In 15, 16, I was just like, this would be kind of cool. That was it. That was literally the thought process. Like there's no deep meaning. There were times before where I tried to tell fake stories just because I thought the reason of there's no reason was kind of lame. There's no reason. Like there's really not much to it. I mean, I wish I had a name that actually meant something. I don't.
Well, I think the JL and the 49 are cool because JL's your initials.
Yeah.
From what I saw, 49 is a baseball jersey number.
When I played baseball, it was my we had all-star teams for the town. Well, I guess for like the region that we live in. And I made the team like a bunch of years in a row. And 49 was my number every single year. So that's why 49 is there. So at least there's some personal stuff to my full username. But if you just take Technical at face value, like there's nothing.
Yeah. His name is not Thomas, guys. All right, just.
No. No.
Thomas.
Not my name. Not my first name at all.
Yeah, just remember that when you call him Thomas Technical. It's so funny.
It's so like it's been around for so long. Like how is it still here?
Yeah,
like Aeon, I remember Aeon was the one that started the joke. Like he said it in 2020, and it just never left. It just never left. And like, as much as I like irrationally hate being called it on stream, like I can't help but laugh sometimes. Like it's timeless. I think, like even I can admit like it's timeless, and like it's always gonna be funny sometimes.
Yeah, isn't like Nathan Pesta? That's his real name, isn't it?
That's his real name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably I can imagine that's probably why. Like that's like calling Golden Gary Olden or something.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Gizbro like George Isbro.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like
And shocker, neither the two of them are actually named that.
yeah. Like it I mean Npesta has a cool username, I'll say that. Like
Yeah.
I think about it, like if I took my last name and just added a B at the front of it, it would look so lame. like
Right.
like BenCar. Like BenCar is like first three letters of my first and last name like meshed together, and I got the inspiration
Yeah.
from a friend that plays GD. But if it was just like, oh, I had a name before that, Techodiac. I
What?
was it was when I was playing Zodiac. My name was Techo, Tekoh,
Oh, okay.
and all my friends were like, "Oh, you're the jump to Zodiac guy," because like at the time, jumping like that was never heard of, from an easy demon to extreme
Yeah.
demon. Like nobody, especially a top one. And I was,
Yeah.
for me, it was mostly just like I wanted to have something to my name that was like first to do this. I
Mhm.
guess for me now it has to be everything related to Secret Way. Like, it's kind of lame, but yeah, I just did a kind of like a poll thingy between my friends, and they were like, "Yeah, Tekodiak is actually like a cool name." And then I thought of BenCar
Yeah.
one day. I'm like, wait, that's just a better name, all around.
Yeah. It's more personal, clearly.
Yeah, and it's a word in Sundanese. It means hate.
Really. So you're saying your name is just
My name
it's
means
just
hate.
hate.
My name means hate, everybody. And people, this is a funny thing. I've said this before. My name means hate in Sundanese, and they're like, "Oh, you're trying to get me with the Sugandese joke," and I'm like, "No, Sundanese is a language."
Of course. Of course.
It's so
How am I
funny.
how am I surprised?
But back to you. What is your least and most favorite GD level of all time? We'll start with least.
Well, this is pretty easy. Least, I think everyone that knows me and has watched me for a little bit knows I like it's just the Hell World, man. Like that's
Yeah.
just the one. Oh, wait. Okay, overall, yes, that one. But I think the worst gameplay I've ever played in a level is Ego Killing, which I beat actually pretty recently.
Ooh.
That's the worst gameplay in the level, but overall, it's still the Hell World because at
Ah.
least I think Ego Killing looks pretty decent.
Hmm.
So yeah, the Hell World, and then I think the best one, in my opinion, my favorite one, um, completely disregarding my ranking sheet, which has Core at number one still,
Yeah.
the Viper one. Um, if I had to pick one on my own, it would probably just be Verdant Landscape, I think.
Hmm.
Like just if I had to hand pick one, like yeah, that's the one. It's probably Verdant Landscape.
Okay. And if we disregarded Extreme Demons, would it still be those two?
For least, yes. For best, I think I talked about Blast Furnace earlier.
Yeah.
Um, it's probably a tie between that and Verdant Landscape.
Hmm. Okay. Would you take on another top 10 verification? Or maybe even any verification that's like harder than Slaughterhouse, or maybe even like Solar Flare or something like that.
I won't say no, but I think I'd be very hesitant just because of the position that I'm in. I
Okay.
just don't think I would have the time for it.
Okay. Uh, and to continue on with the verification bandwagon, what is your least and most favorite verification of yours?
Oh.
Start with least.
Least photovoltaic 2. I mean, this feels kind of unfair to myself because it was my first one.
Yeah.
My first big one, rather. Um, And I feel like I did the worst job with that one in terms of like balancing and stuff because I didn't know what I was doing back then. 2018, I was like 15. I was a baby. I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, probably that one. Favorite? Um, hmm. Okay, if I had to handpick again, probably Ouroboros.
Damn.
What were you thinking?
I was crossing my fingers. Just say Zodiac. Just say.
Nah.
Kidding. No.
Even if that was factored in, nah, that's like middle of the road probably.
Yeah. No. I did. I will say this. When I tried going for Zodiac, the best I got on 14%. Within the year that it like, I think 14% was one of the best runs on it of anybody in the summer of 2019. I uploaded it. I don't even think it got 100 views. But when you verified Ouroboros, I did briefly try to go for that, and I think I got to like 20 or something like that.
It's not bad.
Like I will say I wasn't terrible at this game at the time. I was too lazy. Like I didn't.
I feel that.
I didn't have the GD gene. Like if the way I played back then and I had the GD gene like the way I do now, like I definitely have it a lot better now. I probably would have been like a like top 25 maybe at least. I was just too lazy.
Trust me, I feel that always, even now.
Yeah. And not to mention I sucked. I did a 13-hour Zodiac stream, just plain Zodiac. I didn't exit the level once. I think the best run
That's crazy.
I managed to get on it was like drop to 31 or something like that.
That's
at the
crazy.
time. Like I was a maniac, but like only every month or 2 months I would have my one day.
That's insane though. 13 hours not stopping?
Without stopping. I didn't exit the level. I got up off my computer. I think the only thing I ate was like an apple. That was much. Oh,
I don't know. How?
I really wanted that. I can't express how bad I wanted Zodiac. Like,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
I wish I had that willpower nowadays, because like I can do Zodiac nowadays, but I just don't want it as much as I did back then. Well, that's a lie. I do want it, but I just like I'm mentally restarted in the brain a lot more nowadays than I am back then. I don't know. Something happened to me, and like my brain just can't comprehend GD the way it could back then. So
No,
I
feel that too.
And I also think the fact that it's number like 83,
something like that. I don't know how it's that low already.
Like, oh my god, Ragnarok fell out, Silent Club fell out. Like, how are these levels falling out? Like, oh my god. And
the game is too hard now. It's just too hard, and none of us can handle it anymore.
I know, and it's weird because I've been able to like cross it out in my brain that I can do Tidal Wave. I gotta just like lock in on it to be able to do it, but it still just feels like the game is like I wouldn't even say the game is too hard. I just feel like it's too scary, like it's too intimidating.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's definitely a mental game. It's more of a mental game now than it was back then, especially when trying to go for harder stuff. And another thing I will mention, that the aura on every end when it pushed Bloodlust and Zodiac out of both
that was
lists.
Crazy.
Like
that of all levels too.
Like oh my god, you cannot write history cooler than that. Like,
oh yeah, no, there's no way.
That
was unbelievable.
That was
that of all levels to do that, and it was both Bloodlust and Zodiac. Like,
and like,
nothing's gonna happen that way again. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, and I remember watching them get creeped up on, like Zodiac 73, Bloodlust 149. I'm like, ooh, everyone's gonna do it. Everyone did it. It was so cool. And then we community posted an edit of Limbo being at 75 and Zodiac being at 150, and I said, not again. That's my second prediction.
Yeah.
And it's not too far off because where Limbo is now is so where Limbo is now on the list, if you go to where Zodiac is, Bloodlust is pretty close to where Zodiac is now at the time. So it's not even like a far-fetched prediction to say that Limbo and Zodiac are going to face the same fate.
That would also be really hype.
It would be,
but really I don't think I honestly, no bias. That's a lie. Complete bias.
I think it's
Bloodlust and Zodiac not being beat. That was crazy.
I mean, it'll be the closest to ever come to it, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just because of the fact they're top 1 and top 2, like it was insane.
Yeah.
But I got 4 questions left for you. Won't keep you too long. I know you have to go in about 40 minutes.
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right.
Actually, fortunately, unfortunately because I'm very much enjoying this, but fortunately because I get to see my girlfriend again.
Ooh, so. Alrighty. And I'm enjoying this too. I told Npesta I wish I could talk to him for like 12 hours. The same thing here. I'm enjoying this so much.
Yeah.
I will say I love this opportunity, and you could not go to 12-year-old me and say, "Hey, you're gonna be able to talk to the dude in all the memes. You're gonna be able to talk to one of the most influential hackers. You're gonna be able to like it's insane. It's just insane."
What happens when you got a good interview format? It's awesome.
I feel like the best thing that we've come up with was doing these little games, like for you, Mario Kart or GD, like, and everyone loves the Mount Rushmore stuff as well. So I'm gonna do that more.
It's kind of it's nice to see what like everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some people have differing opinions, but like it's also nice to see that like so many people have like the exact same opinion about certain people.
Yeah.
And what they've done.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and like you and Npesta, very similar Mount Rushmores. Obviously a little different because like different with the hacker one because I mean, I could not have guessed you would have said Italian APK editor and a pie like that.
I still stand by it even now. Like we did that like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
At this point, like I even thinking about it now, I think I still stand by that.
Like that's ball knowledge, 100%. Like like that's crazy that you brought those two up.
Yeah. The only reason I knew is because I was a mobile player for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend before this, and they were like, "Ask Technical why he switched from mobile to PC," and I'm like, I think I know the answer. It's just PC.
I can answer that right now. You ready? It's because I got a PC.
Like PC's just like smart to like. It's actually the same friend that told me that is the friend that I have that could get me Quasar. His name is Vernosis.
Oh, okay.
He's buddies with Quasar. Like, shout out to you, Vernosis. I mentioned him like 3 times in these now, and I think he's gonna be very happy when he's like, "Oh my god, you brought my name up around tech."
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it is very awesome. But we'll do the final least and most question. Of your own videos, what is your least and most favorite one? We'll start off with least.
Oh wow. I have a lot of opinions on the videos that I put out in like 2021, even partially 2022.
Yeah.
Before I say anything, this is nothing against anybody that edited any of my videos. They're all wonderful people. They all did a great job making the videos as good as possible. And all the ones I'm about, the ones I'm about to say are, it's not their fault whatsoever at all. I promise you. Like, you all are great. I have a pretty clear answer for my least favorite, though, and it's just because of what I was doing. There was one video where I really wanted... Okay, so back in 2021, and part of 2022, I had a really bad mindset about, like, I have to make content. I have to put stuff out. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. Like, what I should have done was just play the game how I want to.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, I have to put content out. And I think nothing showed that more than a video I put out. I think it was late 2021, where I played a bunch of easy demons for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Really? Like no
Yep.
catch?
There was no catch. I just played these demons for 2 hours, and I made that a whole full-fledged video. It's 10 minutes long. There's no reason for that. Nobody cares about that. It just frustrates me looking back and knowing that, like, I did stuff like almost solely for YouTube like some of the time. Like sometimes I put stuff out during that time that I actually wanted to do.
Yeah.
But there were some things I did that were solely for content. And
Huh.
like that whole Easy Demon stream, like I'll be honest, like I didn't have that much fun. I just did it because I was like, I have to put a YouTube video out now. I don't think like that anymore. I just don't. And I hate the fact that I did that back then. So I think that I would be my pick for least favorite because it just embodied my entire mindset back then. And I actually had a friend call me out for it in private.
Ooh.
And I think that was the moment where I was like, yeah, you're right. Like
Friend.
this is not. Yeah, W friend. I will actually shout them out. Sakura, if you know, that's who it was. She called me out for it in private and was like, hey, like this is probably not what you should be doing. And I was like, yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know who you are, but Sakura, shout out to you.
Yeah, like they kind of woke me up a little bit. I was kind of just in like this weird mindset of like I have to make content. No, I don't. Like just play the game if you have fun with it.
I relate to that.
Yeah. So that's the one I picked for least favorite. Favorite? I don't know. I like a lot of the videos I've put up, especially recently. I feel like my recent stuff, it's not much, but it's really fun. It's really fun to watch. Because it's actually like shocker. I'm having fun with the game. The videos are fun. Shocker. I think I have to go with the it's two videos, but they're both the same premise, so I kind of group them together. I think it's just the ranking every extreme thing. I think it's just the both of those.
Honestly,
I just think it's not my idea, but
yeah.
I think they're coming out really well, and I like how they're coming out. So I think I would have to go with those.
Honestly, yeah, I think so, like before you answered most favorite, I'm like crossing my fingers being dumb like Zodiac rewind. But like
that is also one of my favorites.
But like,
that is one of my favorites.
Since the Zodiac rewind, I mean, I will admit I more watched Npesta than I did watch you, but the one video I did come back to after being up was that ranking every 200 extreme demons. I watched the whole thing. I've found so much. It was, I think, IIRC. It was uploaded last year in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was August last year.
I do remember watching it when it came out and thinking, he's back. He's coming back. And not too wrong. And I was excited. And I watched the second one you did this year. Like, I really do, because I love opinionation so much. I love it when people have free will to think, free will to state their opinions. And I love it when other people are not shutting other people down on their opinions if they disagree. Like that would be a perfect world for me.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a lot of why I like these videos so much, is because like in these like stream highlight videos I like that I've done so many times, I don't really talk too much about my opinions on GD related things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like my chance to like give my like almost unfiltered opinion on it. Like I don't really like filter myself, but I'm also like not mean to the people who made the level unless they're actually like, I think it was one time. There's one moment in the first video where I poked at like two people for some things. But they were deserved. Like that's all I'll say.
Okay.
But only if it's really deserved, I'll like actually poke at somebody. But like most of the time I'll just like talk about the level and only the level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of going about it.
Yeah.
Judging the creation instead of the creator.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Great way of going around it. And what is the coolest thing you've seen from the GD community of all time?
Of all time. Wow. I think I don't know if I'd say this is the coolest, but I think the prelude animation before the 2.1 awards um in 2019, I think that's one of the coolest. I think that was so sick back then.
Ooh.
Um I think that was awesome. Um I don't know if I'd call that the coolest, but back then that was pretty damn
Yeah, I
awesome.
was hyped as hell.
Yeah.
I was a wheel ass, and I remember that too.
Um I'm just trying to think of more things.
Yeah.
I
Anything?
think I will say one of the most impressive things I've seen was when Popoff beat Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row. That was
Yeah.
mind grenade.
He said that's harder than I think he said that's harder than Tidal Wave
I believe it.
at
I
the
feel like
time.
that's probably not even that close.
Probably not. I mean, I'd have to go to his list again, but I think he said Amethyst is the hardest thing. And if he thinks Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row is harder than Tidal Wave, but he thinks Amethyst is harder than Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row, it makes me question like, what is the gap between Tidal Wave and Amethyst if it's that big to him? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I didn't think it was that big to be honest, but I guess I'm probably wrong.
I
I
didn't
don't know.
either initially, but seeing these hitbox accuracy videos, oof.
Yeah,
it's it's
absolutely.
it's it's oh, I can't even describe it.
Oh yeah.
But I would have said anything by Sputniks, honestly. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
is
that's a good answer.
like probably anything Sputniks touches just turns to gold. It's like the same thing with like it's how I describe Noble Boy with levels because you got him. He's such an outlier, and
Oh yeah.
Sputniks. It's like r/place. Like at the time before 2.2, like I'd imagine after 2.2 it would make it a lot easier to do something like r/place implemented into GD.
Hmm.
But pre 2.2 is like holy crap, and like I don't even know how I would make something like that or how
Oh yeah.
anyone would.
It doesn't even seem feasible. I think that level is probably that's just that one is like pretty up there for coolest things ever
Yeah,
done in the community.
I agree. Like I know a lot of people would say wow or what by him, but like or not wow, how or and what.
Yeah.
R place, bro. I don't even know. It's just there's some about it has
I
R.
didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. I might go with that actually. I think that's the one. I don't know how I didn't think of that, but I think that's the one.
I honestly like. I feel like this. Thinking about it now, I feel like this question could like be put into different eras, like
Oh yeah.
for every year or something. Like, hmm, what is? Honestly, we could do. Do we have enough time? I mean, there's only 2 questions left. You think we have enough
Yeah.
time
I
to
don't
do
know if
every
I
year?
could think about I don't know if I could think about every year to be honest. I don't know if I could like put something in that vein.
I don't think I could do 2014. 2013 I could do Demon Park. I know that the
Yeah.
influence on Demon Park is insane.
2015 is like the most obvious one ever.
Yep, Bloodbath.
Yeah.
2016, whew, probably the creation of the like more advanced demon list that we have now.
Yeah, I think 2016 I would actually give I back then this was unbelievable. The whole ARG for 2.1 was the craziest thing ever back then at the end of 2.0.
Ooh,
I think I would go with that for 2016 because that was all done at the end of the year in December and then the update came
ooh,
out 1 month later.
that's a good
I think
point.
that was so cool.
Actually, I might have to say I might have to say artificial ascent. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like artificial ascent is the first step into the decor like because we have levels nowadays that are kind of like similar in like how they feel, like the decoration feel of artificial ascent. It was kind of one of
Yeah.
the first that kind of said, you know what, screw the default decoration blocks, screw the hell style. Let's take it a whole different route. And
Yeah.
what was his Anubis? He like gave that video, how it was supposed to be a Cataclysm remake.
That's unbelievable, and it turned into that.
Yeah, like the history might just make me say Artificial Scent for 2016.
That's fair. Yeah,
just because of that. But I think the ARG thing you brought up was a good, like, because I didn't even think of that.
Cool. It was so cool, and it was just like this was before YouTube premiering existed.
Yeah.
So in order to premiere it, like I don't remember who it was that actually streamed it live on Twitch. But so many people were there, and it was specifically when they had the award for best player come up. They did this for 2.1 as well, but it didn't really have the same effect, honestly.
Yeah.
But for the 2.0 awards, when it came up, like you just saw the chat just freaking the hell out when it came up. It was so cool. Actually, I lied. It wasn't best player. It was best 2.1 recreation. That was the award that it was for.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people were trying to do that. I remember all the like the ball game mode. You'd put the invisible portals to like recreate the spider.
Yeah,
that was cool.
It was just an unbelievable time to be around. I was not at the stream live, but I was like around when it happened.
Yeah.
So I was there like right away. That was so cool. It was so cool.
I've only been lucky to be a part of one stream when it happened, and when Serve deleted Yatagarasu out of all things.
That was funny as hell. That was so funny.
Greatest moment of 20. Maybe I'll give that to 2016.
For funniest moment, yeah, 100%.
2017 Dark Travel. I can't even like.
Yeah, I can't really think of much for 2017 to be honest. I feel like
either.
a lot happened, but none of it was like mind blowing, you know?
Yeah, maybe I guess the Demon List release, because I know it was
that was probably a big one.
Yeah, it was being created in 2016, obviously, but
yeah,
release 2017, like that was a whole like January 4th, 2017, and then Yatagarasu, and then 2.1 January. Oh my God, January 2017 is a stacked month.
Yeah, that was a crazy month to be a GD player.
Yeah. And then,
that might be one of the most crazy in community history. Yeah, was that month.
That May of this year, 3 top 1s in one day. Oh God. Yeah. I can't even think of more. Like maybe you verifying Zodiac the same day Thinking Space was verified.
Oh, that was crazy. That was unbelievable.
This is a lot. So much.
Yeah.
But we don't have to do the era thing. It'll take a really long time. I realize how much time.
I don't know if I can think of anything for it. I feel like everything we brought up kind of just fits that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Second to last question. I'll let you pick 1 or 6.
6.
All right. What is your end goal for GD?
This is not something I've really thought about that much. I feel like what I would say my end goal is, I feel like I've already achieved that. Like, I think I just wanted to be one of the best ever. And I feel like that's already kind of happened. Yeah. So I don't really have an end goal, to be honest. I think if I had to pick one, it would have been to like beat what I would call like a modern top level. I feel like Slaughterhouse kind of fits that bill a little bit. But if I had to pick, like, I think I would just say the same thing, but for like an even more modern one, like something currently in like the top 15, top 10.
Okay.
But I don't think that's like set in stone. I'd say I don't really have a full end goal for the game, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like no matter what you do, you're gonna be the old top 1 player, top 1 verifier. One of the, like, like, I don't even, like, I don't know. I didn't do enough research on your top play because I wanted to cater to like more stuff like Mario Kart and to like make it fun. But like,
yeah,
what was probably the most impressive part about your reign on the top spot?
I feel like Zodiac is the cop-out answer, right?
I mean, yeah, but then you have like did you beat top 10, top 5? Like,
So, this bothers me to this day. So I have the full top 5 completed twice.
ooh.
One was in 2019. I beat Plasma Pulse Finale to get the full top 5. And 2020 beating Tartarus also got me the full top 5, I think. So that was once the golden was placed in the top 5. I think that's when I lost it, and for the last time. Never had the full top 10, and there was one level. Why? It was Crimson Planet.
Oh.
Yeah, I never beat that back then, so I never had the full top 10 ever.
Damn.
But I still ended up beating that level in 2022. So I could have. I beat the level in 4 days. So I could have it back then. And it makes me kind of sad thinking back to it, but I just really didn't want to play that level back then.
Yeah, the level looks really hard to learn.
It was very difficult to actually like get some consistency at, but you just kind of find it at some point. Like I just found it on like day 3.
Yeah, I feel like it's not gonna be because like you have people. If Miffy verified Sonic Wave, he wouldn't have been the number 1 player, but verified top 1. Novel Boy, he wasn't the number 1 player, but he verified top 1. Like, you are one of the few people that had the number 1 spot with the number 1 verification. That's not done by a lot of people.
Yeah, not many. I think it's like what, like me, Zoink.
You, Zoink, and Swish Sonics.
And Swish, yeah, actually.
Riot.
Yeah.
Trust. Yeah, Trust.
I don't think Trusta had number 1. Did he?
I don't remember. He's definitely a top player. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, he's definitely good at the game. Like really good at the game. I can't really pinpoint if he was ever number 1 in the game though, because like when he was top player, I still think people like Sunix and Blast were like outliering him.
Yeah,
with their skill. But I can't really think of anybody else outside of like U7. Like Pop-Off will probably be the next for like a moment. I know Trick, technically Trick, if you think about it.
I guess.
But Firework just wasn't rated.
Yeah. And he wasn't even number 1 for that long either.
That is true. He was just number 1.
He was number 1 for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, he beat like every list. He didn't beat every list demon, but he beat like 30 list demons or something in the span of like short amount of time apparently, just to take over Zoink, and then Zoink just took it back.
Yeah.
they're mental.
I remember when that happened.
It was
that was crazy.
It's kind of like what you said earlier, how you're lucky that like you didn't get involved with the community during the space thing. Like I also got lucky with that, where like I didn't get involved with stuff like that, and I wasn't looking at GD as a thing at all for the longest time until 2.2 came out, and I dipped out of the GD community right before N-Swish just kind of stopped being a top player, because like I don't know, I just didn't find interest in the game, unfortunately, until after 2020. And
yeah, there was a weird area of time where it was kind of hard to find interest in the game. I feel like that was like the best, like the biggest time, at least for me.
Yeah, and I agree to that. Like you and Npesta carried 2019 into 2020, because like I still fondly remember Npesta's videos in 2020. Like,
oh yeah,
my favorite Npesta video without a doubt is that Codependence one. I love that freaking. You guys on a freaking tech call day? I'll give you a tech call day, and he just calls
that was. We had that bit planned for like a month, and just said nothing.
I love it. I told him this. I wish it was a meme. I wish it was a meme so bad. It is such a good format.
It was perfectly executed as well.
I love that video just because of that moment. And then Codependence as well. Codependence is a legendary level. Like,
oh yeah,
this is ahead of you two were ahead of the time. That was without a doubt.
I agree.
And then, final question. I won't keep you too long. I get a little bit of an underwhelming question, but did you ever think you would have beaten Slaughterhouse when it first released?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
I thought my skill had peaked. I thought Tartarus was my forever hardest. Slaughterhouse came out. I was like, "There's no way." That was also back when I wasn't playing a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I was still a mouse player. I think a lot of my skill boost came from the fact that I switched to keyboard or keypad.
Yeah.
I used the Seo device. I switched to Seo device. That boosted my skill on its own. 2.2 honestly also made this is a very hot take, I'm very well aware. 2.2 made the game feel even better to me. I don't know why.
I agree.
It made the game feel better. I really don't know why or how, it just did. I feel like that also did something. Getting a new computer around the time 2.2 came out as well just made everything run a little bit smoother naturally. So that was also another thing that boosted my skill. I think there were just a lot of things in my way that I wasn't aware of back then. So I did not think I was ever going to beat something as hard as Slaughterhouse. Not even close. I thought Tartarus was just going to be forever the #1 level that I beat.
And now it's like, what, 5th? 4th?
It's number 6, in my opinion. Yeah. By list standards, it's 5, but, like, I have a level above it that is not above it on the list.
Well, Tartarus got easier after 2.2 physics. Like, I know... I have a friend. His name is Purell. He says that Zodiac is harder.
I would believe that, honestly, yeah.
Like, I just think...
Oh, wait, do you mean Zodiac is harder than Tartarus?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't believe that.
Yeah, he says Zodiac is harder than Tartarus just because, I agree that 2.2 physics didn't really boost Zodiac for me personally. I think it's all the other stuff like 360 FPS bypass, CBF, keypads and stuff. But
that was the other thing, yeah.
I will say, like, the stuff I've tried to do for Tartarus, I haven't done much runs, but, like, I've done, like, the first 15% of the drop in a run. It got better.
That's pretty good.
After the 2.2 physics. And
oh, yeah.
That was, like, I tried that without Seo device, without FPS bypass, with a mouse. Like, I don't know. I do think Tartarus got easier because of 2.2 physics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember actually back in, like, I want to say, like, 2020, I remember Nswish actually saying that he thought Tartarus was harder, but he wouldn't be surprised if at some point down the line people thought Zodiac was harder than Tartarus. I remember him saying this in 2020.
Damn.
So the fact that, like, there are people that actually think that now, he saw it. He saw it.
He is a messiah.
Yeah, like, he just knew.